Middays with Marks. With John is on vacation, so this week we bring you Brace and Dunn. Two non-country guys with a country show name. I hope you're ready, Philly, because here are your hosts, Sean Brace and Ray Dunn on 97.5 The Fanatic, YouTube, and the Fanatic app.
Giddy up, Sean Brace. How we doing on this Wednesday? Welcome on into Middays with Marks. He's Sean Brace. I'm Ray Dunn. We got Hair Jordan producing the program today. Dutsy, how are you?
I'm excellent, Raymond. How are you?
Oh, just lovely. Just lovely on this Wednesday. I'm going to take a cruise down the Delaware River later on today. We got plenty of Phillies baseball to talk about. I just saw something about Jalen Hurts that you're going to absolutely love that we will get into at some point during the show today. Sean Brace, how are you?
I am excellent. Doing well. Week's rolling on. Warmer weather today.
Freezing in the studio.
Got the rain out of the way yesterday. And after an hour and 20-minute rain delay, we sat through a baseball game.
That's what it was. It certainly was a baseball game. It was the 2026 version of baseball last night.
Play ball.
You blinked for the parts where the hitters had an advantage. You missed it. But they lose last night. The Phillies with an opportunity last night. Tying run on third. Go-ahead run on second. Just one out in the ninth. Their all-star outfielder, Brandon Marsh, at the dish. And then disaster? Is that too kind a word to use for what happened at the end of this one? Take a listen to how it sounded on NBC Sports Philadelphia.
Off the hands, over to third. Oh, they got Crawford caught.
It doesn't matter. Oh, no, JT.
Oh, JT's in trouble now. JT is out at second base.
And that's the ball game.
What was your word again?
Disaster was the word.
I'm more along the lines of nightmare.
Okay, that works.
That felt very nightmarish.
Yeah.
Honestly, and as I say here right now, I'm going all Romo on you to start the show. Last night, I'm not going to laugh now because I don't think anybody wants to hear that, but I could not help myself from laughing. I just sat. I'll show you the video. I didn't post it because I was just like, it's too late, and I just couldn't believe what I saw.
Right.
Jack Buck. I just was laughing. What the hell was JT? Now, he didn't think. What was he doing?
I can't give you a good answer on that one. So for those that missed it and just heard that call right there, second and third, one out. Ground ball from Marsh to third base. It's not well hit. Crawford is a couple of steps off of the third base bag as Muncy fields it. Muncy and Crawford kind of in the same spot. Crawford had hesitated, then bolts for the plate, gets caught in the rundown, going back and forth. JT, while Crawford's in the rundown, runs his way on down to third base, standing on third base, watching things happen. Decides, makes the assessment, you know what? I think Crawford might get out of this one. I should go back to second. Crawford, spoiler alert, doesn't get out of it. And then JT is gunned out at second after they throw Crawford out. It's a double play. The game is over, and you go from potentially tying it, or even better, with two on and just one out in the ninth, to losing it to the Dodgers last night. And what he was doing, what he was thinking, like you said, I don't think he was thinking in that moment what he was doing, making one of the more egregious base running errors you could possibly see. JT, after the game, talking about what was he doing or what this team really needs to do against the Dodgers.
Yeah, it was just a bad base running play, really. We were going on, seeing it through there, and once Crawl gets in the rundown, I'm on third base. There's no reason for me to go back to second. Just a lack in judgment. Can't make two outs on that play, and just got to stay in scoring position.
So he at least owns up to the fact that it's a bad play. He went on later on in postgame to talk about having to do the little things against the Dodgers.
Yeah.
This is yet another example of this team against the Dodgers finding a way to lose baseball games.
Oh, yeah. That list is long. It continues to grow. You actually got to give him credit for sticking to the script a little bit here. Orion Kirkring, the Casty bunt into the or not the Casty bunt, but Casty on second.
Casty get thrown, yeah.
The wheel.
Yep.
And then last night, that one takes the cake. I know that as far as the importance of game, kind of different, but
right.
At the end of the day, this was another golden opportunity for you to take a series, albeit against the number one team in baseball, And here you were. Again, they were trailing. There's no doubt about it. But that was a very winnable game and with a winnable situation at the end. I don't care what you do for the first 8. If you continue to find a way to come back and win another one-run ball game like that, let's go. Any way you can do it. Wheeler pitched his ass off. He gave up the 1 bomb to Max Muncy. But, Ray, that's the big difference. I know yesterday I was saying, look, that's how you beat them. I'm taking a little bit more from that game because it's something that you can pinpoint. You can go into October and if a series against the Dodgers say, hey, man, we hit 5 home runs in a game. That's how we beat this team. We have to outslug this team. Well, you have to also do the fundamentals. You have to do the little things to be a championship caliber ball club. I don't think the Phillies are. Am I wrong on that one? Because, my goodness, what did we just see?
And that's the biggest thing to take from this. And maybe the last 2 days are the perfect encapsulation of why I don't believe this team wins a World Series. Is because, one, you could look at the holes on the roster that still exist, and that's something we can reassess after August 3rd when the trade deadline comes and goes. And today we're going to get into some of the dreaming that's being done on the Phillies' behalf.
Oh, yeah.
Through the national media over the last couple of days, because there are some headliners out there that are being talked about with the Phillies that if you find the ammunition to go out and get them, sure. I just don't know where you're getting it from. Everybody talks about pushing the chips all in. I said to John about a month ago, this feels like an all-you-can-eat Mexican restaurant where the chips, I got 1 in my bowl right now. I need you to refill my chips. If I push all the chips in, I got 1. I don't have a lot right now. There's not a lot of chips in that bowl for me.
That's true.
So for me, I'm not looking at this as like, oh, yeah, you have so much to go get these big-name players. We'll get to that coming up. But this brings me back to what Dombrowski said at the end of last season. When we were
fine line,
throwing the fine line parade, if you want to talk about the little things that separate the Dodgers and the Phillies last year in the postseason that made that a closer series than what it was by the end, you know, they used that, well, we actually outscored the Dodgers in that series, you know, if Turner throws to one side of the plate, if Castellanos makes it to third, all these different things that could have played themselves out to allow the Phillies to win that series last year, ultimately, that's not how this team wins baseball games. Or it's not how this team's going to win baseball games to win a World Series. What we've seen in the Phillies' postseason runs in October since this team has been in contention has been a very similar script. That script being, if they outslug you, congrats. They're going to move on. Once that magic runs out, there's not another dimension in which this team's beating you. They're not beating you by doing the little things. That's not how this team is built. The idea that exists between the Phillies and the Dodgers, if that's the way you're going to compete with the Dodgers are going to beat you 10 times out of 10. If you're not outslugging them, you're going to lose to them because we've seen it now. It's not a fluke. It's not a fluke that the Dodgers find these ways to beat you. It's because you find oftentimes ways to beat yourself. Airmailing the throw home when you could have gone to first.
Yep.
Wow. The Castellanos slide at third. Or the Castellanos taking third, get thrown out. Yesterday, JT going back to second base.
And yesterday, 2 days ago.
Oh, the 4, yeah.
Trey Turner booting the ball over the yard.
Right.
Like, I want to believe, but then we get pulled down to earth with the scenarios that continue to pop up and this team finds itself in. It's like, JT, that was out of Little League. Somebody brought up the fact of, like, if you're playing a video game, MLB The Show or RBI Baseball, and you hit the wrong button.
Yep.
Like, I've done that before. That's what it felt like. Dude, he's on third. He said he needs to think about this before. What you should do when you're on the base path, you absolutely gotta think forward. You have to think forward. When you're out, even when you're in the field, you got to think forward. The ball comes to me. Where am I going with it? Relays, all that good stuff. This was easy, JT.
Stay on third.
You did what you needed to do. You got to third. Now, we could talk about Marsh. Marsh maybe should have been on second. You brought up a great point because if Marsh continues to go to second, Crawford gets tagged out, then Marsh makes the second out on second, then we're singing a much different
Right,
team.
then we're upset with Marsh today. Why are you taking second base? The tying runs on third, 90 feet away.
Also, he could have pulled the ball. It was a good pitch. Maybe lifted in the air. It was a good pitch. I mean, there is...
What he's trying to do is put the ball in play. He did. He did put it in a very good spot in play for something to happen. I mean, Crawford was in trouble as soon as it happened.
Done. Cooked.
With the amount of steps he was off at third base, where that ball was fielded, the hesitation kills you. But, like, if you had gone immediately back, you probably avoid it. Am I going to really hold Crawford's feet to the fire today when I watch what JT did? No, probably not. Like, Kruk's reaction to it is pretty much where I was at. I was sitting 136. I was down the third baseline. I was, right there in left field.
Poncho?
No Poncho,
No
man.
Poncho.
Soaked. Absolutely soaked. Thought I was undercover. Thought I was a row ahead of being undercover.
Why not get
Absolutely.
a Poncho?
I'm going to pay him $30 so I stay dry? Hell no. I already gave him that much money for the seat.
Ponchos aren't $30. Ponchos are $30.
That's what the guy said on the walk-in. He's like, I'm selling these ponchos out here for 20. Don't let yourself.
The guy in the how much is the Phillies selling it for?
He said he was selling it for 20 because the Phillies are selling it for 30. So if he's selling it for 20, I'm not going to go bother missing any of the game to go find a poncho.
Dutz, get me Middleton on the phone. There's no way we're charging 30 for ponchos. No way. I digress. Back to you. Sorry.
Yeah, it's fine. We can get into that, too, because we're going to play you some Middleton audio because I saw this pop across the timeline because he was on Phillies Extra with the Inquirer with Scott Lauber, and he had some stuff to say about Dombrowski that I'm interested to get people's reaction on. But watching the team last night, this is my biggest takeaway from this Phillies team, and it's not new information to any of us, I don't think, but it's the truth about this. I go back to, I think it was The Simpsons. Do you want to know the terrifying truth, or do you just want to see me sock some dingers? That is what this Philadelphia Phillies team is to you. The terrifying truth is that if they're not socking dingers, we're all cooked. They have to outslug you to win baseball games and win October.
We can enjoy the starting pitching.
We can enjoy the starting pitching. But ultimately, when it comes down to doing the small things needed to win baseball games, believing in that 26 to do it isn't exactly my forte. It's going to go to what it's been for the last couple of years, and it hasn't changed with this team. Do I still want to see them improve? Do I still think they can compete? Absolutely. But when you watch the difference between the Dodgers and the Phillies, difference is every time the Dodgers have needed to make a play at the Phillies' expense, they've done it. And every time the Phillies have needed to make a play, they've done something at their own expense. That's the biggest takeaway from watching last night. From watching the first two games of the series, Phillies were able to outslug their mistakes on Monday night. They weren't on Tuesday night. Is that not the story of this entire era? We'll get into it a little bit more because I also want to ask the question of, are you comfortable with the way that this team is run? Because John Middleton, very comfortable. Quite the answer to the Dombrowski succession plan and the future for this team. We'll play that for you coming up next. He's Sean Brace. I'm Ray Dunn. This is Middays with Marks on 97.5 The Fanatic. I'm taking a deep breath, Sean. I got a little fired up there in that first segment.
Last night I went home and chilled out, and before the game ended, because that was a whole different world.
Yeah, you had a lot of time to relax before the game last night.
Yeah, relaxed. I felt like we had an enthusiastic show yesterday.
Yes.
But I'm like, normally we that's not who we are. We're more even kill, relaxed. Like today, we're getting on a boat. We're going to go see the Union.
That's right.
We'll talk more about that. Because
Boats and goals, man.
Yeah,
boats and goals.
Boats and goals. We want to properly promote everybody that's taking a part of it or making this happen. Excuse me. So I go, all right, we're gonna have some fun today on Wednesday, and then that game ends the way it does, and I just like JT yesterday during the show. I told you about how if you're the shortstop, you're supposed to have the best glove on the field. That's Trey Turner. If you're the catcher, you're supposed to be the smartest guy on the field. It's year 13. I'm okay with brain farts. I'm Mr. Brain Fart. It happens all the time. My wife hates it, but hey, man, that's life with me. I'm okay if you're leading off of first and say you need that ball to go through, but it's a line drive and the third baseman throws it to first, you get picked up because you were leaning. Same thing if you're trying to steal second and you're leaning towards, say, you get picked off at first, trying to be aggressive. Those things happen. But when the game is on the line and you are now battling back against the LA Dodgers where you're raising your attention to the level, what it takes to beat this team, take two of the first 2 games of the series, win the series, and to lose the way that JT did, like running back to second, I still can't wrap my head around what the hell was going through his mind that said, abort mission, let me go back to second.
I still don't understand how you get to that thought process.
It was right in front of him.
It's happening right in front of you. If you think in that moment Crawford's getting out of it, best wishes to you, but you also have to think about the larger picture here. You need someone 90 feet away. At that point, it seems like you're sacrificing it out. There's too much traffic around you. You then have to go 90 feet back to second base and hope that he makes it back safely to third to make it worth your while to go back to second. Because even so, if Crawford still doesn't get out of it and you safely get back to second, you've sacrificed now 90 feet. You are now sitting on second. It's now first and second with 2 outs.
Yes.
I mean, that's the issue here.
That's even a
Just
better
stay
point.
there.
I didn't even think about that, Ray, to be honest with you. The only thing that was going through my mind after last night was, A, what the hell was he thinking? And B, if he would have stayed at third and Martian's up at second, it's literally the same thing. Like you got just
one more out.
Exactly. One more different out, and that's a different world. I get it. But, like, this isn't the issue, I would say, is normally I can get by this and say, it's a game on July 21st. I'm a big date guy. It's middle of summer. Like, come on, we can't lose our minds. They play 162. Things happen. But this feels like
It's the way you lose to the Dodgers.
Are we a dumb team?
I don't want to say we're a dumb team.
We make dumb mistakes a lot.
We're not a fundamentally sound team. That's for certain.
I thought that went out with Rob Thompson.
Oh, no. No, that's a really good point by you, because I have been told for so many years that, the coaches aren't driving this point through. They're not practicing these things enough. Then they change managers, and I remember everyone falling for the PR where Don Mattingly's out there with the glove, and they're doing work. Oh, look, they're getting working. They were bunting. I think that's what they were doing the first week. Oh, look, they're bunting. They're working on bunting. This is going to be a real fundamentally sound team now. No, this is who they are. Bunch of 30-year-olds are going to change their ways. No, this is who they are. What this team is.
Year 13 for Jay.
They're a very talented team. They do.
We have a good club.
They have a good club.
There's not many things that happen on a baseball diamond that JT has not seen. And think about it. He's had a hell of a career.
I think last night might have been the first time he saw himself do that.
Was he dude, he ran, he was on third, and he runs back to second. I kid you not. Was there people like me out there that just were laughing uncontrollably of I'm telling you, I'm going to post the video right now. I did not post the video, boys, because I was laying down and I look fat. My face is really extended, so I'm going to post the video of my post-game recap where I'm just laughing like the Joker. But it's real. It's like how I was feeling, because it's just I've never seen anything like that before. And in this moment against the Dodgers where, I'm raising up the game. I'm looking at this as like, that's the number one team in baseball, back-to-back World Series champions. You were down there back-to-back nights. Where are all these L.A. fans coming from?
Okay, can I also say that? Because I meant to bring that up yesterday. How does that come across on the broadcast? Because I was curious of, like, the way it sounded, the way I felt. On Monday night, I took Broad Street line on home, and I think it was Lombard South. It was one of those stops in South, maybe in Ellsworth Federal. It was one of those two stops where I'm standing by the door, and just walking by me is like all of Los Angeles. Are we in Southern California, not South Philly right now? Where did all you Dodgers fans come from?
That's my point. Where did they come from? I know that they've won a lot, back-to-back champions. They have Shohei. Shohei is a big draw.
Right.
But I have never seen Dodger fans literally fill up Citizens Bank Park like that. It was louder on Monday than it was yesterday, I think, obviously, weather.
Yeah. They announced 40,000 as the attendance last night.
Under, over 20?
I would say over.
Gotcha.
I was surprised by the amount of people that actually made it out. I was not surprised by the number of people that chose Stateside Live as their place of refuge while the rain delay was going on. Because I didn't get down there probably till 7:15-ish last night because I just saw the weather and I was like, I'm not walking through this for the inevitability of this being delayed. Mm-hmm. That's the other thing. Can we, like, maybe before 6:10 give some sort of a delay, whatever it was? Was it 6:05 that we got the notice? And then they announced it on Twitter before announcing it in the ballpark. Everyone's out there doing their thing.
Yeah, there's a lot of people that are just like picking apart. I do want to say this, like looking back at it and knowing what I know, and you're a little bit more in depth because you were there. I still feel like the Phillies aren't hiding things. I think like they're just going about it the way that they're going about it. Now, is there something they should have done differently? That's a different discussion. But for the people like, oh, you're waiting for people to get in and spend money and this.
They were playing that game last night.
They were.
They were. It was very evident to me when we got into 5 o'clock range and they hadn't called the game, given the way it was going outside. It's like they're going to find a way to play this game tonight. Whether you want to be a part of the festivities or not,
definitely.
This game's happening tonight.
No doubt about that. They knew, you knew they were getting the game in.
Right.
They were
you knew what you were in for.
They were talking about this break.
Four.
Was there a break in the rain while you were down there?
There was a window to play. I wouldn't call it a break. There's always a window. But yeah, no, I was getting poured on.
Poncho talk. You can find a poncho for $1, and ponchos have come a long way, Ray.
I'm anti-poncho. I'm anti-poncho. It's like an umbrella. I'm anti-umbrella too.
Yeah, but you're young. Like, I used to be anti-poncho, too. I don't want to get wet like that. I don't want to sit in the rain for 9 innings. Yeah, give me a poncho. No, I don't want to spend, I need to know.
I'm curious. Someone at 610-632-0975. The Davis Honda text line, phone line, if you want to get in with your voice memo, the reaction to what you saw last night. Ultimately, the takeaway from me is the difference between these two teams is that when it comes down to winning baseball, the way the Phillies are going to win against the Dodgers and win against anyone in October is outslugging. It's been what the story with this team has been for a long time. The Dodgers are going to make more small plays, do the little things better than you, and that's the difference. It's going to take a heater for this team to get past L.A. and arguably Milwaukee too, but we can get to that when we get to that. But I also want to know from you on the Davis Honda text line, 610-632-0975, the poncho price, because I was told 30. I was hustling. So I was meeting a friend, and I was getting done at Stateside Live because I had gotten down there early. And others were not so convinced that the game was going to happen. So I was hustling to get across the third base side so I could get to the gate, so I could get tickets. I had tickets. So I went by the poncho guy. He's like, yeah, 20 for a poncho. He's like, it's 30 in there, 20 out here. He's like, don't let yourself get robbed without a gun in there. Pay 20 here. And I was like, all right, fine. I'll, good for you on selling it. I'm not paying $20 for a poncho. I'll be soaked.
I love the hustlers.
I know. I was saying earlier this week. Was it with you earlier this week that I was worried about my guy out there in left field?
The water bottles?
Yeah, the water bottle guy. I didn't get a chance to get over there.
Water bottle hustle is the best hustle. $1. You buy a case for $4, for $3, whatever it is. You sell 24. Obviously, do the math on that. Now, the poncho hustle might have to be new. If you're telling me the Phillies are going to be throwing $30 out there as far as a price is concerned, we're looking it up to find out what
somebody tell me on the Davis Honda text line or the phone line, 610-632-0975.
That's an item that they should be like $5. They should. $5. Inside the stadium, $5. You're making $3.
Somebody's got to pay that NOLA contract, man. It's all of us every time it rains.
Buy a brain on for half of these guys. I'm telling you. Kirkring, the airmail, that Casty, and the wheel bunt, and then now this last night. It's just another chapter in just the anti-fundamentals of Phillies that continue to rear their ugly head in such big games like the last night against the Dodgers.
And it's tough because you got such a great outing by Wheeler. Again, another great outing from Wheeler. 7 innings, 2 runs. I think he struck out 9 last night. The only thing that he did wrong was the one mistake to Muncy. That was it. One mistake, cost you 2 runs. But again, we go back to
fine line.
The difference in winning and losing. And it's, are you going to be able to overcome 2 runs against Robleski, who has pitched very well this season, an all-star in his own right, a lefty going up against this lineup? They couldn't. And then when they had a chance to make something happen in the 9th inning, 2 on, 1 out, absolute blunder.
It's amazing because this team wins a lot, despite the ridiculous mistakes that they do make. And maybe we're shining the magnifying glass on it a little bit, or a lot right now this morning because of what just took place. But I think if you're a real Phillies fan and you watch this team night in, night out, you know that they tend to make dumb mistakes.
They're not a fundamentally sound group.
They are not. And you know, they don't beat themselves often enough to lose 90 games. They win more than 90 games, right? Hopefully they're on that mark this year, but they sure as hell will beat themselves just enough not to win a championship if they play like that. You can't do that in the playoffs because things get magnified to another degree.
Bad baseball teams hand you things. The Phillies are not a bad baseball team, but they are not as good as the Dodgers. And last night they handed the Dodgers one.
That they did. On to the next one, but not for us. For them, though, obviously it is on to the next one.
I want to get to the Davis Honda text line here
nice.
at 610-632-0975. Someone upset with Brandon Marsh, Hair Jordan?
Yeah, Ray from Center Valley. The base running mistake was horrendous, but it's also sad that I had no faith in Marsh or any other player on the team, for that matter, to get that run home.
Well,
I mean, I was sitting in that moment like, all right, I just need him to loop one. I'm not sitting here telling you I need him to. And I think he went up there with the fact of I'm just trying to put bat to ball, given what he swung at there and the fact that he dribbled it down the third base line. All he wanted to do was put a ball in play and be competitive with it. If you look at what he swung at there, and we haven't really broken down the at-bat as much as we've broken down the result of that at-bat.
it was a good pitch.
Yeah.
Inside.
He saw him. I mean, that's exactly what it was. It was up and in. He knew he was going to try and put the ball in play, and it was a really good pitch.
It was.
Executed well. That was exactly what they were looking for. In terms of soft contact, you could throw the runner going out from third and protect the lead and get to 2 outs and then reassess from there. I didn't really have a problem in that moment. I couldn't tell you that I was sitting there in that moment like, oh, I have no faith in Marsh. Honestly, I was just hoping that he was going to be throwing his hands at something and catch something and just drop it in there.
He was able to get a hold of a ball earlier in the game. Paez chased it down in center field. It was a good grab. You want him in that spot, right? Like, yeah, sure. If I had my pick, I would have went with Bohm last night, believe it or not. And he got on to start the inning.
Yep.
I was like, yo, Bohm, get it started because he was seeing the ball really well yesterday. But Dodgers are a good club. They just are. And, of course, dude, they're back-to-back.
good club.
Yeah, they're back-to-back World Series champions. I don't need to say that. But this was a winnable game. You get that outing from Zach Wheeler. We know the history of this team this year as far as when you get Wheeler, Luzardo, or Sanchez on the mound, they tend to find a way to win those games. I just thought they were going to get it done until I heard Tom McCarthy say, oh, the infield is back except for the third baseman. They're conceding the run here, John. It's like, no. And that has nothing to do with T-Mac. That has everything to do with the fact of, like, I know this isn't going to work out. Yeah, they're giving us a run. I know we're not going to score a run here.
Jake Elliott hasn't missed his last 15 kicks. Mike, he's lining up for number 16 in a row.
Oh, my.
Yeah.
Well, it's not as bad as Gansey sitting down going, oh, look at the no-no.
Going on right now. All right. I want to switch gears here because I saw this earlier in the week that it was coming out, and I didn't catch it until I saw this clip and then was listening on the way in. John Middleton was on Phillies Extra with Scott Lauber. Scott Lauber of the Philadelphia Inquirer every week does another podcast with someone surrounding the Phillies, whether it be actually employed by the Phillies now, Phillies history, someone in baseball. It's a good series. Every single week I feel like there's something out of it that I'm throwing on the show sheet like, hey, this is something interesting. But something we've talked about a lot, and it'll be talked about a ton in the lead up to the trade deadline. Talked about given the context of last offseason and some of the conversations.
I guess we only find out if he becomes elite or he continues to be good.
Dave Dombrowski has a way about him. And he will be very honest with you and be honest about the way he's feeling to a point that it's great for us. I'll be honest with you there. I kind of applaud him for that. He gives us great content almost every time he speaks because when he speaks honestly and he gives you just what he's thinking about the matter because he's Dave Dombrowski. He's had an entire career in baseball. He's the baseball man. You're the guy reacting to the baseball man. John Middleton was asked by Scott Lauber about the future and planning for post-Dombrowski and kind of what it looks like for this team because there's always been the rumors of Dombrowski with Nashville if that expansion were to get off the ground. And you also look at the age of Dombrowski, maybe he would make a change. And, of course, from the fan base perspective, there's a lot of people out there that blame all the shortcomings of this team on him because he's the one that constructed it. Here is Middleton talking about Dombrowski and succession planning and what it looks like in their front office.
Any well-run for-profit business thinks about, and boards of directors demand that the CEOs and chairmen think about succession planning and contingency planning. You know, it's one thing to say, our CEO is 60 and we have to think about what happens after he or she retires. It's another thing to say our CEO could get hit by a bus tomorrow. What are we going to do? And you have to have both plans for both of those things. And Dave and I have been talking about this since literally, if not literally the first day on the job, the second day on the job. And we talk about it all the time, and we still talk about it. And we've made plans, and we've started to implement those plans. So we've been working on that for years, and we still are. I'm very comfortable.
He's very comfortable. Is really the end there. Now, I wanted to play the entire thing because he's talking about people getting hit by a bus and what the plan is the day after that. And, can you imagine being in that room, Dombrowski, Middleton, like, all right, so tomorrow you step off the curb, except the bus gets you. What's the plan for how we're running the organization? I mean, I guess thanks for having a plan in place. Kind of crazy, the two of them. Do we have one as a show? Does Middays with Marks have a plan if I step off the curb around the block from my apartment and the SEPTA bus gets me? What's the step-in plan there? Should we have that in place?
Dutch, step in.
Is that a regular workplace thing?
It. Dutch just takes over the reins. No, well, hopefully, yeah. Like, obviously, nothing happened, but that would have put a black cloud over Bryce Harper's SEPTA gear for All-Star Weekend if that was the case, right? I mean, my goodness. But, yeah, he is a very extreme individual.
Yeah.
It comes off like that, right?
Which is why I think he likes Dombrowski. Because Dombrowski is the even keel. We did what we could. We put together a roster. We have a good club.
That's a good call because you need those guys to even each other out.
Middleton has said many times he treats this like a fan, where he is a fan of the team. He has that emotional outburst. Dave Dombrowski's like, yeah, I put together, in his mind, probably 20 World Series winning rosters in my career, and look how many World Series I have to my name. Like, but what it says there at the end about being comfortable, it goes to a bigger discussion about the comfortability he has in Dombrowski running things. Because as mad as anyone could get, and I feel like this is going to be an August 4th conversation, and we're going to get coming up into a conversation about the trade deadline. But an August 4th conversation, if this season doesn't end with a parade, I'm sure it'll be a discussion then about the future of Dave Dombrowski. And ultimately, the reporting by Matt Gelb, I believe it was last month, about them wanting to hammer out some sort of deal to keep him around, lock him down, keep him as the president of baseball operations. Middleton's so comfortable with the way this is run. And Dombrowski himself is very comfortable in what he is. Now, we talk about the Eagles with the comfortability. Howie Roseman feels empowered to take risks because he's got all the job security in the world. Dombrowski, I think he's got way more job security than this fan base realizes. Would you agree with that assessment from everything we know about Middleton, their relationship, the reporting last month by The Athletic about them working on something, and Middleton talked about his comfortability there?
Yes. Again, at the end of the day, this team is winning. And they're still winning. They won back-to-back divisions, competition. Like, you can't just slide that to the side. This isn't Steinbrenner with the Yankees,
right,
and Jeter and all those years. This isn't what we're talking about. So I think, at the end, that's what Dave Dombrowski could point to is like, man, we won the division back-to-back years. We've made the playoffs. Like, we got a really good team. We got a good club. as he said.
I think we have a good club.
There it is. Also, the fact that he's 69, Ray, very well respected. Obviously, to Dombrowski himself, but through the course of Major League Baseball. Yes, I agree with you. I think Dave Dombrowski is going to ultimately control his exit unless something completely goes wrong and this team can't field all next year and they fall flat on their face, then maybe something drastic could happen. But this team has bounced back in a big way. I don't see that changing. I think this team will find themselves back into the playoffs again this year. So we're ultimately talking about next year. I think this is going to be Dombrowski's deal, and he'll let John Middleton know when he's ready to go.
So we understand that. Is everyone comfortable with that? Is everyone comfortable with the way that this thing's run?
No, because he hasn't hit a base hit, not a home run, a base hit with a lot of these moves, right? A lot of people could look at some of these decisions, whether it be the JT contract, bring him back. I mean, we can go down the list, and people will be like, well, you should have did this, you should have did that. Of course, there are going to be plenty of naysayers out there. But in the grand scheme of things, you can't argue with back-to-back division titles. It's not easy to do that in 162. This team wins. Sellouts. Now, this year's a little bit different.
We have a good club.
People aren't packing the stands like they once did for whatever reason. I think they're 8. They're still at 8 because unless Monday night was a sellout.
Monday was not a sellout.
It was not a sellout?
Nope.
Monday night against the Dodgers.
So what's the reason for that, too? It's 610-632-0975.
With all those Dodger fans, too.
I'm curious for people out there. Is it the wallet? Is it the team? What's kept you from going to more Phillies games this year? I mean, you know me. That's kind of my thing. That's what I do. I try and be down there as much as possible.
You're going to the Union tonight.
Right.
You went to both Dodgers and Phillies games.
Correct. I sold tickets for tonight's game for the Phillies because we're doing this Union thing.
What do you have Thursday?
Phillies are off.
What do you have Friday?
I'm going on through.
Okay, so you just 3 sporting events for you this week. Okay.
Yeah. No,
have you ever done 7? Have you ever been to 7 straight?
The perfect week?
Yeah. Let's make that happen.
I'd love to have a perfect week.
Let's make that happen.
All
the
right.
perfect week.
Coming up, I want to get into 2 big names across baseball that have been tossed around. The Phillies' name has been tossed around with them. How realistic could this really be for them? Should we be really thinking about this? We'll dive into it. I don't know how much I believe, but I want to see if you could talk some belief into me. We'll get to that coming up next. Also, in the 11 o'clock hour, Kendrick Perkins talking on LeBron's behalf. The YouTube video that has no content that's been seen around the world, and this Hurts thing that I still haven't told Sean Brace about. He's Sean Brace. I'm Ray Dunn. This Middays Marks, 97.5, The Fanatic.
Philadelphia.
Welcome back in the Middays without Marks. Johnny Marks. What do you think a day on the beach with Johnny Marks is like?
So, when you have kids, there is no relaxation. Now, he's got multiple, so they could play with each other.
Right.
Which is a huge deal. Because if you have one, dude, you're burying them, you're digging, you're making sandcastles. I love it.
Yeah, you love it. Sounds it.
You see it in my face, Ray? I'm
He's
smiling.
He's smiling. It's kind of scary. Here's Johnny.
Everything is just so like I'm doing it next week. Next week. Here's such a like a veteran savvy move, like JT Realmuto, just not standing on third.
You're gonna
running
go back to the house.
No. A veteran savvy move, the one that we would think JT would make. I took the day off before I'm going.
Yeah.
To vacation.
Right.
So now I have all day to pack and get yelled at about everything that I'm not doing.
Correct.
Or I forgot.
All right, so we want to start a list here. What do you believe you have to accomplish?
Yes, start the list.
On Wednesday. Pack, that's a big one. Food going to be there, or you got to go shopping for food?
Well, this is huge.
Okay.
You got to make the list, Ray.
Okay.
Don't allow the wife to. She can finish the list, but you got to show her that you are at least thinking about the list.
Okay.
And everything that goes into a vacation, or you're going to hear about it.
So a 30-pack of beer, chips. What else? What else is on your list?
Don't forget the pack and play, Ray. You got to bring the pack and play. Yes.
Pack
the
and
wipes.
play.
Oh, the baby powder, because you got to put baby powder on the feet before you go into the sand, because the sand will stick to your feet. All the nonsense.
Powder.
Yeah, everything.
Don't forget open-toed shoes.
Yes, I love it. I can't
You're a
wait
feet
for
guy,
it.
So you especially.
Yes, very, very, very fun. I think John is a fun beach dad. I think John gets in the water. That's a step above me.
You're not a watersman.
I was at one point in time. Pool. I'm a pool guy. I like a pool.
But pro pool.
The ocean, man.
Pro ocean.
It takes a lot to get out there and then float and then, and then come back in. It's just I'm feet. I'm legs. I'm wet.
How about you dip your toe in the water of these trade discussions here? All right?
Yes, okay. Let's do it.
How do you feel about dipping your toe into the world of Scooble or Mason Miller?
Oh, both. Bring them both in.
Right.
Yeah, I want them both.
So I'm thinking the Phillies give up Aaron Nola. They give up whatever's left that they're still paying Taiwan.
Yes.
They give up. So it's interesting that these names pop up. And I saw something today, honestly, that I hate that it got me like a little bit excited. Because the Scooble conversation on this show, I don't know if people have been tuned in over the summer. It's been shut down in large part because Johnny doesn't see it. I don't see it either. But Johnny doesn't see it to the extent of like if you begin to – if I put it on a show sheet, it's an immediate like as I get here, like really the Scooble thing again. Like, well, people are talking about it. Jim?
I don't know,
But today, story out in The Athletic, Ken Rosenthal, Will Salmon putting this one out about the Tigers and what they would do with Scooble at the deadline.
Okay.
Because they were hot. They're still under 500. They're pretty much out of it. Don't make the Ohtani mistake that the Angels made. You're not going to compete for the playoffs. You're not going to win a World Series. Trade him and get value for him while you can. The way that the Tigers would do it, according to two rival executives briefed on the Tigers' thinking, is by trading Scooble for a controllable starting pitcher plus quality prospects. The starter would replace Scooble in the rotation, backfilling his innings, but almost certainly providing lesser performance. Among the pitchers who might fit in such a trade, remember our good friend Emmett Sheehan on Monday night?
Mm-hmm.
Emmett Sheehan from the Los Angeles Dodgers. Logan Henderson from the Milwaukee Brewers. Ian Seymour from the Tampa Bay Rays. On this list, the fourth pitcher named, Andrew Painter from the Philadelphia Phillies. Now, you're not doing that a one-for-one.
No.
You're giving up something else beyond that. Painter being the centerpiece of a Scooble deal at this point. I saw some of those theorizing that Detmers from L.A., Reed Detmers, lefty out there, could get more for Scooble because it's only half a year Scooble. If that's the case, Major League Baseball, shame on you for letting Scooble go for such a discounted price, because it's shame on the Tigers, really, when it comes down to it. But a centerpiece still of Painter in that deal, to me, doesn't get you much closer to getting Scooble. So I know that's going to be seen today by people because it's going to make its way on the timeline. The aggregate accounts are going to put it out of like, oh, Painter listed as a potential guy that the Phillies could trade for Scooble. You're not getting him for a one-for-one deal. And my bigger issue is, what do you have in this farm system that's going to land you a Scooble or a Mason Miller?
Yeah.
Like, I'm willing to give up Gage Wood. Sure. I'm willing to give up Alex McFarland. Sure. Why not? My bigger prospects, the pitcher that's listed here, is at probably the lowest of his value in Andrew Painter, because you saw him come up and you see where he's at. And Aiden Miller still hasn't played.
Yeah,
the guy is still, what, a 21-year-old with a bad back?
Yeah, that's tough.
Like, I don't know what the Phillies have that if you're a team, because if I have Scooble, I'm waiting till the deadline. Like you always say, deadlines get deals done.
Yep.
And I'm waiting for the Braves or the Rays or one of these teams with a better farm system than the Phillies to be like, okay, yeah, we're going to up it to this. Just hand us your ace, or we need him for our stretch run. I think I've stopped myself from daring to dream about any of these. And Mason Miller comes up as someone because in Jeff Passan's latest top 100 guys to be potentially traded at the deadline, Miller's listed as 4, and the Phillies are listed as one of the potential fits. And, of course, Mason Miller fits here. Could you imagine going from Miller to Duran, or us debating whether it should be Duran or Miller to close out the game?
That's, if you ask me, you pick between him or Scooble, I think I'm saying Miller.
Ooh.
I really am. Now, the price comes into it. I think both are going to be really expensive. But at the end of the day, I'm a huge Mason Miller guy. And people could argue with me. I understand. If you're saying I'm crazy, you would take Scooble over him. I'm not here to argue that. Like, Scooble's incredible.
Given how much control you have, the fact you have Miller and Duran at the back of your bullpen for a good... Ooh,
Mason Miller is nasty.
what I would have to pay Scooble. But then again, starting pitch...
It's tough. It's tough.
I would probably lead Miller. But I almost don't want to sound insane on this one.
Correct.
Oh.
So the only thing I would throw out there, Ray, is I just think teams are going to be extremely desperate, and whether that gets the deal done. You brought up Andrew Painter. Andrew Painter had a good outing yesterday. Punched out 8 or 9, I think I read.
Nice.
You know, again.
I didn't look at that Indianapolis lineup, but...
yeah. Could you sell it? Sure. Can you talk about, as you brought up with the bad back, like, sure, maybe that could be something that you can move off of. He's so young. are there other pieces? Maybe this could get him in the conversation. Sure, I can get there, but I just feel like we're going to see an extremely desperate team out there with a heck of a lot more resources to spend to get said player.
Right.
That's the issue.
Both of those guys. So today you're going to see it on your timeline. I'm just not holding my breath on that. That's really where it comes down to. Just like I think people have slowly stopped holding their breath on LeBron James. The YouTube video that doesn't exist but was seen around the world. We'll explain it for you coming up next. Plus, Kendrick Perkins apparently talking to Rich Paul and has information. Adam Schefter also potentially having information? I don't know.
I don't know.
He did.
It's another day of LeBron watch.
I got that text message this morning. Adam Schefter just said on your station. I said, yeah, he did actually. He literally said that a couple weeks ago.
LeBron watch. It's day 5,000. Is it Groundhog's Day? We'll let you know next. He's Sean Brace. I'm Ray Dunn. This is Middays with Marks.
Now on 97.5 The Fanatic Sports Update.
A blender on the bases. I'm Brandon Dutz, and this update is brought to you by Wawa. Wawa's $6 meal is back. Get a sandwich, small fountain drink, and Hershey chips for all $6. Limited time. Gotta have a Wawa. The Phillies dropped the second game against the Dodgers where they had a golden opportunity in the bottom of the ninth. Runners on second and third. Marsh hits a ground ball to third base. Crawford gets caught in a rundown at home. And all of a sudden, after standing on third base, JT Realmuto decided to run back to second, leading to the final out of the game. Manager Don Mattingly talked about JT's costly mistake.
I don't know what JT was thinking there, honestly, because he got to third with contact on. You're just hoping Cross stays in it long enough to get Marsh to second, and you end up in the same spot.
Phillies will look to take the series tonight with Aaron Nola on the mound against Eric Lauer. We're still patiently waiting for LeBron to make his decision. Sixers are still heavily in the mix, and we'll keep you updated once we have more information. Eagles kick off training camp in less than a week as we inch closer to football season, and the Union are back in action tonight against the New York Red Bull. You can listen to the game live right here on The Fanatic. This update is also brought to you by the New Jersey Department of Health. Public health works behind the scenes building a healthier future for everyone. One mission, working for you. Learn more at nj.gov/health. I'm Brandon Dutz on the home of the 76ers, Flyers, and Union, 97.5 The Fanatic and The Fanatic.
Welcome back. What burned down social media yesterday? LeBron James, Miami Heat. YouTube channel putting up a potential press conference link for, no, not this week, next week. LeBron James watch would go into 4 weeks. It feels like we're going to live in this reality forever. I actually feel like I'm never going to break out from the prison that is LeBron watch. Alongside Sean Brace, I'm Ray Dunn. Welcome back in Middays with Marks. We'll get back into the Phillies coming up through the rest of this 11 o'clock hour. Also, good Club Hurts news for you that we're going to get into. We'll be joined by, what do you call him now? Millie Petrilli?
Millie Petrilli.
He got 1 million views on Instagram, so now he's Millie Petrilli.
Millie Petrilli.
The guy's having a summer. It's the summer of BP, and we're all just living through it.
Really is. The content god.
Yeah, content king. Brendan Petrillo will stop in coming up at 11:30. But when did you see this last night? The LeBron James YouTube link that went up that immediately social media was, all right, well, I guess it's on the Miami Heat. This has never happened before. There's never once been a time in admin history throughout social media where a team has posted something a little bit too early or had preparation for something, and it just ended up being seen. So they had for those that did not see this, a YouTube video planned for July 27th. That was LeBron James' introduction presser. Now, I could reach out maybe to some people over at the Sixers and say, hey, do we have that video planned? Do we have that video at our? And what I'll be told is to shut up, dude. We're not going to tell you anything because we knew you're going to go right to air with it. To be fair, they're right. But is this a mistake by the Heat or an indication that LeBron James is signing with Miami? What say you, Sean Prince?
Well, unfortunately, I have always been under the impression that he was going to end up back in Miami for a hot second. It was Cleveland. Well, excuse me. First, it was Golden State because that was the West Coast deal.
Yeah, we all thought that it was, all right, yeah, they're just going to run the AARP squad out there in Golden State. What was it? We were calling it the Golden Age Warriors. It was
King and Duck, taking the court back from White Man Can't Jump. Steph and LeBron. It would have been fun, and that was for a little bit of short time, and the main reason why was the West Coast vibe, staying out there. 1, 2, is he said he wanted to have fun. I would assume playing with Steph Curry is pretty fun.
Yeah, plus him and Draymond can hit up Napa Valley on days off.
Then I moved off of Golden State pretty quickly and was under the impression that maybe he could be calling it a career and ending up with the Cleveland Cavaliers. But then I talked myself out of that because, A, this isn't 1 year deal for him. He's going to continue to play. It's not the end of his career this year. And B, he already left Cleveland 2 times. I did not think that he would be leaving a third. Like, are you really that enthused to go back? A place that you just left 2 times already? Like, all right, you've been there and done that. So then it was down to 2. It was Miami and us. And the easy thing is to go back to Miami. The hard thing is to come here because they would just have unbelievable pressure on LeBron James to get this team to the finals. He can go back to Miami. It's easy, man. It's the Miami Heat. They might pretend they have fans come May and April, but
they're not there until the second quarter, but they exist. They exist.
We know what a Miami Heat fan is.
Yeah.
Exactly.
They'll be there at some point.
Weather, going, golf, I believe that that's important regardless of whatever people want to pitch. So I've always thought 60% Miami, 40% us, and here we are present day. Video goes out. I learned last night, Ray, long-winded. I will just say, I didn't really put too much stock into it, of the video.
Yeah, I didn't put much.
I thought it was funny, and it's real because ESPN reported on it this morning.
And people are scrambling down there in Miami to get any sort of comment out of the organization because it's their real YouTube channel that really had that video.
Correct.
Unlisted.
Correct.
It's not private. It's unlisted.
Correct.
You got to be better.
YouTube, you can go before our show and start chatting with everybody before we hit live. That's how it works. I think a lot of people don't realize that. You can go wait for the show to start.
Hair Jordan's producing the program. Dutsy, that's your calling card usually. YouTube video is live, 9:55, 9:56?
Yep, usually right when the morning show.
It's a tight window to spin things around, but usually we can get get the video up before we're rolling.
Hair Jordan is the perfect guy to have on the show today.
Yeah, that's a good point. What did you make of the whole YouTube scenario?
That person definitely got fired. I mean, that is an all-time mistake.
Wait, time out, because you're going to get, I didn't mean to cut you off, but that's where my mind went, was now, should we give that person credit? Because I'll give you the example. Okay. Dylan, give me Dylan's.
McKinnon.
Yeah, I know, but not
D-Train.
What is his title? Excuse me.
Digital content coordinator.
Thank you.
The guy that does the digital.
He's
around
the
here.
guy that handles
Digital
all that.
Dylan.
On Monday, I walked by Digital Dylan's backside, and he had his computer open. And on that computer screen, it said LeBron James is signing with the Philadelphia 76ers. Dylan had both ready to go, whether or not LeBron was not signing here or was signing here. He goes, I'm ready to go. You could see this. And it was a joke, haha, but that's what he does. You got to be in front of this stuff. So that's where my mind goes, and I'm thinking like, hey, man, you did that on purpose. I think the Miami Heat guy hit send on purpose just to raise things up.
Tell me he has his stake in Calci.
Turn the heat up a little bit, if I may.
He and Connor Thomas are trading right now on prediction markets.
Could possibly be it. Everybody else is getting rich. Why not us?
So, I mean, if you're the YouTube guy, how can they prove that you did it not just by mistake, but for one of those prediction markets?
I think
that's my big conspiracy. If I want to tinfoil hat this whole thing,
yeah,
where it's like that guy doesn't really know anything, but that guy wanted to make a ton of money on some sort of trade, and he was like, you know what? If I put this up, my position is going to win. Now, is that legal? Probably not. Does that person have a job today? I don't know, because Dutsy, is this real?
I believe it to
Call
be
screener
real.
put this up. So we got Rodman, because we had the morning crew stick around today. That's sticking around. Rodman, on LinkedIn, the Heat have posted director YouTube strategy as an open position. That can't be real, right? That almost feels too on the nose.
Again, it could all be cooked up, right? In this world we live in, where social media is number one, get all the clicks and engagement you possibly could. Millie Petrilli posts a video, 60-second clip, not even. Guy gets 1 million clicks. You know what I mean? Like,
Right.
that's where we're at.
Yeah, they're a little different to
Sure.
Phillies Chad than where LeBron James is going to play in 2026.
I will say you're right, because it's from a team perspective.
Yeah.
It's not a radio station. It's not an outlet. It's a Miami Heat. So do they need to do something like that? Yes, but at the end of the day, it's still all about clicks. It's all about engagement. And that is the number one story out there around the number one story in sports, LeBron James.
Our research department has confirmed this is a real job opening with the Miami Heat.
All right.
They reposted it yesterday.
Reposted it yesterday, yeah, because they're probably hurting in that department right now. Here's the problem. If LeBron doesn't sign with the Heat at this point after that guy probably loses his job. Guy or gal loses the job. Now, if LeBron does sign with the Heat and you were the one that ruined LeBron's moment, that guy or gal is also out of a job.
I would say that more than the other.
Right. Clutch Sports right now has the black van pulling up in front of that guy's place or that person's place.
With no rush.
Yeah. It does feel like this is happening that way, that this is going to be the Miami Heat. We have been saying that now for the last 24, 36 hours, because I think yesterday, by the time we got in here Monday, honestly, I was feeling that way. And I thought it was going to happen earlier this week.
We did a video last week on 97.5 The Fanatic. We all went around. I said 60 Miami.
60 Miami.
So I've been holding steady with 60% Miami. I know that kind of like the underlying vibe in this place is that it's not here. It'd be nice. It'd be great. Oh, he thought about us long and hard, according to others out there.
Well, here's Kendrick Perkins talk about the thought process, because we're getting this whole back off vibe over the last 48 hours of hey, whoa, anything that you thought was trending. Like Dave McMenamin was following LeBron around for a couple days there and was starting to get the sense something was going to happen. And ever since that came out, Rich Paul and anyone Rich Paul's talking to is like, whoa, slow your roll. We're controlling when this happens. Adam Silver was trying to put feet to fire, and LeBron was like, I run the league, man. Slow your roll, commish. Here's what Kendrick Perkins had to say yesterday on ESPN.
I had to call Rich Paul, little snotty nose ass, and I asked him, hey, man, what is the holdup? I said, what is the holdup? Is it money? Does a team need to make a move? And you know what Rich Paul told me? He said, Perk, listen, man, this has nothing to do with money. Whatever LeBron James, the teams that are at the top of his list, they're all going to pay the same dollar amount. He's not asking a team to move anybody that's contradicting what they standing for. It's not about the money. It's about the fit. He's had his mind made up. I believe that it's been a time where he had his mind made up, and then all of a sudden he's changed his mind and he's back to, the drawing board again.
Yeah. So here's why I subscribed somewhat to what Perk's saying. One, I don't think it's about the money. That's been very clear through this whole process. I also don't think he's waiting necessarily for this massive move to be made by any of these teams. I will say, coming into this process, I felt, and especially with the 76ers' involvement with this process, I felt like LeBron was looking for a reason not to go back to Cleveland. That's been the one thing I've been consistently saying since we started this, where LeBron's leaving L.A., if he believed it was really the end, this was the last year, I don't think it's a question he'd go back to Cleveland and try and have the storybook finished where he finishes out with the Cavs. I think he still has some left in the tank. I think he still believes he has some left in the tank, given what we heard from at Fanatics Fest. What Perkins says there is where his mind's been changing. I ultimately think this was someone convinced me not to go to Cleveland because Cleveland feels obvious. And that's why the Sixers got in when they traded for Jaylen Brown, because that was, hey, look at the roster we have. We can get you there. It's why the Heat were in from the beginning with the Giannis sweepstakes, with the fact they land Giannis. They have a roster. They've got the history with him. I think the mind switching there is not something that leads me to Philadelphia. It leads me back to where we've been with Miami.
Yeah. Look, I think to the people, the only issue I have with what Perk said, and he was kind of all over the place, as Kendrick Perkins is from time to time, obviously has a relationship with Rich Paul, calling him that name, and they go back and forth.
Yeah, 2 weeks ago he had beef with Rich Paul because Rich Paul wasn't answering his phone calls. Perk, you got to figure it out.
Clutch Sports has 600 clients. I need to know how that works. How many people, how many agents? We'll save that for another rainy day.
That's okay. You can deliver your point. I'll do some research for you.
So, yeah, the thing for me about LeBron not knowing, and that's the issue, because if you were to come to Philadelphia, then I would believe that you did not know. If you were to go to Cleveland, I still believe that you would have known where you're going. But him going to Miami, I think LeBron has known for a long time that he is going to go back to Miami. That's why I have a big-time issue with stringing us along, the whole Fanatics Fest, all that nonsense that took place over the weekend. Did 4 podcasts and, still didn't want to give the answer. And this is typical LeBron. This is definitely typical LeBron. Look at me. Oh, I don't want the fanfare. There's actually an audio clip of LeBron saying, I'm not comfortable with all the attention. He said those words before. We've been watching for 25 plus years. The attention is there, no ifs, ands, buts about it. Nothing you could say about that. So where I'm at right now is when somebody says, and Mike Wilbon did yesterday on PTI, screaming at the top of his lungs at Frank Isola, he doesn't know where he's going. He doesn't know. Because when I was that age and at the Washington Post, I could have went to Chicago. Dude, LeBron knows where he's going. It's always been Miami, and that's the unfortunate part. He strung us along.
Yeah, see, that's where you lose me. You keep losing me with the strongest. I think there was a legitimate conversation with where he was going to go. I don't think this was just for 2 weeks, I decided Miami 2 weeks ago, and I'm just sitting here.
In the back of his mind, I think he's always known he wanted to go back to Miami. Miami's fun to play. If they go and get Giannis, there's a lot of ifs. He knew he wasn't going back to L.A. for a long time. All right, so if you're LeBron James, you mean to tell me LeBron is not...
I think he went into this process, convinced me not to go to Cleveland.
Okay.
I think Cleveland entered here as the betting favorite, and the reason why this dragged out was because he didn't want to go back to Cleveland.
Could be.
Cleveland was the obvious choice. Cleveland, he's going to be back in Cleveland before it's all over.
Yeah, and that's where I agree as well. But you're right. With the Giannis, actually, Ray, that makes more sense than anything. The fact that once they got Giannis, the pieces were in place.
Which is why all of a sudden the flurry of Sixer interest, why we started with Golden State, because it was well, look, he could play with Steph, he could play with Draymond, he's on the West Coast, not far from his daughter, because I don't think they're moving from L.A.
Are you telling me that I can't burn the jersey I bought last night?
What'd you buy last night?
I bought a Miami jersey with LeBron James. I'm going to burn it on Instagram like everybody else does. I can't do that now? Why, you mean to tell me? Because in my mind, he strung us along. He used us, Ray. He's using Philly to get engagement like Cowherd does on a Wednesday during football season. What they do. I kid. I didn't buy. I'm not that guy.
I was gonna say, man.
I'm not that guy.
I had so much respect for you, Sean Brace.
I'm not that guy.
I was gonna jump off the cruise that we were going on later today if I found out that about you.
You know what I am?
You're here with Sean Brace? No, I'm going right into Delaware.
No, you know what I am? I'm the guy that pulls the lighter out, puts it above the jersey.
I appreciate you.
And then throws the piece of paper.
Much.
Thanks for thinking of us, LeBron, and giving us an opportunity to pitch the Philadelphia 76ers to you. Yeah, I'm that guy. No, I can't.
So I went to Clutch Sports, or Clutch first. I went to Clutch Talent, the whole thing. But I went to Clutch Sports to see the number of different athletes they have, people they represent. There are 3 athletes that are featured as the 3 feature athletes on their landing site for Clutch Sports.
Oh, God. Big-time names.
One NBA player,
Okay.
1 WNBA player, and 1 NFL player.
LeBron is not the NBA player.
LeBron is not the NBA player.
Interesting. So who's their big-time Dots, help me out here. Phone a friend. Who's the Clutch Sports big-time NBA agent or a player that they represent?
No, LeBron.
No, it's not LeBron.
Not LeBron.
Pay attention to the show. I don't know. Give it to me.
Draymond Green,
Interesting.
Asia Wilson,
That was going to be my WNBA guess, but go ahead.
and Jalen Hurts.
Stop.
Those are the 3. I went through, cycling through. They have 3 pictures up.
That's hysterical.
Really good picture of QB1, too.
My
might
dog.
add. Yeah.
My guy.
Did he win?
Yeah.
I think he won on Friday, the handsomest athlete in Philadelphia, the Billies.
Oh, the Billies.
Yes.
I hear a
we
lot.
didn't break down the Billies.
I hear a lot of the Billies.
It's a swing and a miss on us to not break down what happened with the Billies. But Jalen Hurts, to that point, not talking about how handsome he is, but talking about where he falls in the NFL top 100.
Ooh.
We came into the week, and we didn't get into it because it's been kind of a busy time. LeBron, Phillies, Dodgers, it's not exactly your run-of-the-mill, man, we are dying for an Eagles topic today. What do we got? What are you thinking about the Birds?
Correct.
We've been nice and busy over the last couple of weeks. Jalen Hurts, when we saw that Lamar Jackson fell to 69th on the NFL Top 100, as voted on by the players,
Nice.
we were like, if Lamar Jackson's 69th, do we think Hurts might have missed out on the list? No, my friend, not so fast. Jalen Hurts, 56th, as released today. 56th on the NFL Top 100. Sean Brace, as the man who leads the charge of Club Hurts, on the air here at 97.5, the Fanatic, and within these 4 walls. How do you feel about where Jalen Hurts falls on the NFL Top 100?
Well, that list doesn't really, in my opinion, fetch the same type of attention and build-up as Jeremy Fowler and his list. Right? Jeremy Fowler has a little bit more substance behind it. The NFL Top 100, I am thankful that they have him in the Top 100. Super Bowl champion. We know what he's able to do on the grand scales. Winning quarterback here in Philadelphia. I'm very appreciative of that. But this list is so flawed. The fact that they dropped Lamar to 69th from 2nd, I believe, last year, all the way down from 2 to 69. Also, they have Bo Nix in front of Lamar Jackson. Like, come on, what are we doing here? What are we doing? So I respect it. I'm happy. I want to see Jalen get the proper respect on the NFL Top 100. But that Fowler list is the one that I'm always going to have back in my mind because the significant drop-off. Not only was he 17th, Fowler said, once you get to 16 and 17, those guys were on a different stratosphere than the top 15 quarterbacks when he went around the league. So that one has a little bit more substance. But, of course, top 100, you're going to watch it. Jalen Hurts, where he's ranked. I'm okay with that.
You're okay with it?
Yeah, I'm okay with it.
I feel like I'm over the moon about it. The fact that he's 56. He's 13 spots better than Lamar Jackson?
Well, I told you it was a flawed list.
Yeah, it's absolutely a flawed list.
Lamar again.
It's okay. You could be a Club Hurts and also acknowledge that Lamar's on another planet.
Lamar's incredible.
Yeah.
Like, dude, Lamar had like one of the, if not the greatest season ever and didn't win MVP, which was a shame because he should have won MVP 2 years ago. Look at those numbers. He was hurt last year, right? Missed a bunch of games last time I checked. I know they didn't win the division and they had that last game against the Steelers, but, man, go rewatch that game. The only reason why they were in it was because of Lamar Jackson.
If you're grading Jalen Hurts based on the totality of the career success, you can also grade Lamar Jackson totality of what you've seen from him in his career and what you would project out for this season. Every list is flawed because we go in with inherited biases, and this one is no different than that. But Hurts 56th, higher than A.J. Brown, which is, I know that music to your ears.
Mm-hmm.
I thought for sure once we got the drop for Lamar that he was not going to be in the top 100. I'll be honest with you, I kind of felt like we were going to at some point react to it. You were always certain he was going to be in the top 100?
Again, this list, it comes back to Lamar more than anything. It's like, that's where they lose me. When you drop Lamar as far as they did, 1 and then 2, you're putting Bo Nix in front of him. Come on, man.
Hurts from 19th last year to 56th this season.
He had a bad season last year, too, in the grand scheme of things, right? I know the back of the football card looks pretty good. Touchdown, interception ratio, yards, it's all there. Of course, wins. But trust your eyes, and as the president of Club Hurts, he's got a lot to improve on throwing the football, no doubt.
So we're going to have a Club Hurts meeting coming up next. We'll have Millie Petrilli in here.
Millie Petrilli!
There is a former legendary college football player. I was wondering how I was going to refer to him there for half a second. I'll give him the credit of what he did on the football field and not maybe what he's known for entirely. That maybe is in Club Hurts. We need to draft up our official top 5 media member Club Hurts members. I need a 5 where these are the 5 people that if we're going to go out there and get defenders of Jalen Hurts, your Avengers Endgame style list for the ones that would defend Club Hurts. We'll get to that with Millie Petrilli coming up next and continue to talk about now the 56th ranked player in the NFL, Jalen Hurts. He's Sean Brace. I'm Ray Dunn. This is Middays with Marks on 97.5 The Fanatic.
Now on 97.5 The Fanatic Sports Update.
Wasting a huge opportunity. I'm Brandon Dutz, and this update is brought to you by Rosenbaum Law. If you've been injured, don't settle for less because winning means everything. Call Rosenbaum and Associates today for a free consultation. Phillies fell to the Dodgers in a game where Zach Wheeler was solid, but the offense was nowhere to be found. Can't say they didn't have their chances, though, wasting a golden opportunity in the 9th inning. Marsh hits a ground ball to third base. Crawford gets caught in a rundown at home, and after standing on third base, JT Realmuto decided to run back to second, leading to the final out of the game. Todd Mattingly talked about JT's costly mistake after the game.
I don't know what JT was thinking there, honestly, because he got the third with contact on. You're just hoping Cross stays in it long enough to get Marsh to second, and you end up in the same spot.
Phils will look to take the series tonight with Aaron Nola on the mound, and we are still patiently awaiting for LeBron to make his decision. Sixers are still in the mix, and we'll keep you updated once we have more information. Eagles kick off training camp in less than a week as we inch closer to football season, and the Union are back in action tonight against the New York Red Bull. You can listen to the game live right here on The Fanatic. This update is also brought to you by the McComb Group. Visit McCombGroup.com. The McComb Group supports contractors with one of the largest PVF inventories. From pipe, valve, and fittings to trusted brands, count on the McComb Group to help you stay on schedule. Visit McCombGroup.com today. I'm Brandon Dutz on the home of the 76ers, Flyers, and Union, 97.5 The Fanatic and The Fanatic app.
Welcome back in. Middays with Mark. No Johnny Marks, but Sean Brace, myself, Ray Dunn, Hair Jordan producing the program this morning. I was about to say that, this afternoon. I haven't been sleeping, so I've been up probably since like 4 or 5-ish today. Just kind of, I was laying around this morning, had just no ability to fall back asleep. I feel like I was kind of like, you were probably up at 4 or 5 in the morning doing fatherly things. But
actually made it to the gym back-to-back days.
Oh, good for you. On the 5 a.m. grind.
Excuse me, Monday, Tuesday, and today.
Back to back to back.
That's right, 5 a.m. grind. We back. Vision Fit. Let's go.
Love that.
So I'm focused, and a big deal of that is stay the hell home at night, get your sleep, and then I'm able to do that.
You will not be at the gym tomorrow morning.
That is,
I can assure you of the afternoon that we have planned later on. You will not be at the gym tomorrow.
Boats and goals.
Boats and goals, baby. We'll get to that coming up next, or we'll coming up later on. But right now, coming up next with you, we got Millie Petrilli, Britta Petrilli in the house.
What's going on, fellas? How are we? How are we?
You're a viral sensation. You're ready to move on from spending any time with us. It's just a matter of time. We all understand how it works. You just keep putting out viral videos. You're hanging out with the Kelseys. So now the latest for you is you are now the Instagram account that had the Phillies Chad video.
Yeah. All I did was just take a quick video watching the game. I even rewinded. I was like, I had my buddy Greg rewind this. This is gonna go nuts. Posted a quick couple-second video of it, and man, over 1 million views in 24 hours. The comments are crazy. I can't believe people are having holidays back, but that's besides the point. Sometimes you just got to get lucky and just not be afraid to put things out there, and that's all we're doing.
I saw Casey Boy, and Casey Boy goes, "Thank you, Brace. I appreciate what you said about that guy yesterday." And I almost don't like Philly's Chad makes him sound gentle and kind.
Yeah, really?
We know that Chad is annoying and kind of.
I was gonna say,
it's a DB, but
the only Chad I like is Durbin.
That guy just really irked me. Sent shivers down my spine that he would act like that with this kid there, 1, and then 2, acting like that over a ball that was hit by a Dodger. That's the underlying thing. It was Mookie Betts that hit the damn home run. It wasn't Harper. It wasn't Schwarber. It was a Mookie Betts home run.
Wasn't Derek Hill. Damn it.
Yeah, it wasn't Derek Hill. It wasn't Trey Turner, one of his 2. What are we doing?
Well, that's right. He did have 2 homers in that game. I forgot.
Anyways, Millie Petrilli over here.
I mean, Bryce hit one in the game too. I mean, and the crazy thing is that guy, the Cooper DeJean guy, had another shot at another ball and dropped it. But that's besides the point. Like, and you saw the Halliday guy. He got up and got out of there. He had to pull his pants up and he ran and got out of the stadium after that. So I think that's all you had to know.
Well, I do know this much, that one of my favorite things that I've ever done on social media took place with that post, Ray. And for the people out there, go and like Brenda Petrilli's post.
Go follow BP. Yeah, it's the summer of BP at this point.
Keep these numbers going here right now.
I think the big reason we did well is because of Sean's comment. It was one of the first ones, and that thing's got over like 5K likes.
All I did was 3 words.
What's next on the tour for you?
What's next? We got a busy week. We got Shinedown tomorrow. So my brother and I are going. It's my little brother's 25th birthday, I want to say. So I'm taking him there. And then we're going Phillies, Yanks Friday, Saturday.
Oh, there you go.
And then we're working Canal Side Sunday. So
look at these numbers.
Yeah. What's the timing there?
1 to 7 Canal Side on Sunday.
And Manioc, that a boy. 5,400 likes, over 1,700 comments, 126 shares. The DMs or the messages over $2,000. And as I went and commented the first post, I just did FTG. And that's approaching 5,000, which is officially my favorite thing I've ever done on social media. Is that 3-letter just comment underneath the video and the numbers that it's doing? It's hysterical.
Sean and I are an ultimate tag team here.
Right.
We're getting Club Hurts going, and then all of a sudden these posts are taking off. We got to use each other. We're bringing things to higher and higher levels.
All right, so you got to it there.
Keep the main thing the main thing.
It's time to get to the main thing here. So Club Hurts. We are working on getting together a nice social for the people. We are not yet. We don't have the details totally solidified yet, but we're getting close to that.
It's coming in August.
Yeah, end of August is looking like. So I think the 3 of us are going to have to go scout out the place first, grab a couple drinks, and then report back and hopefully make it a done deal at the end of August.
I love the sound of that. All right, so we'll make sure that gets done for the end of August. But we've had some, I don't want to say controversy within Club Hurts, but it's not totally established who is where and what. So right now, from the 2 guys running the club, of the people at the Fanatic, who are in Club Hertz, and also how many people have we gotten from outside the Fanatic to be a part of this?
Well, I am the president, and are you VP? Is that what we?
Yeah, we'll go VP.
Okay,
It's
yeah,
VP.
VP. Yes, VP the VP. That's right, Millie Petrilli. So this is a great question for you because you are the fundamentals behind the scenes, the backbone of the operation. Let me say your thoughts on that as far as in-house. Who's in?
Yeah, we keep
Club
eyes on
Hertz?
everybody. Obviously, we keep tabs. We got to know who our friends and our foes are. So I think right now it's I think it's the three of us here.
Yep.
I think Dutz is in it, even though he's a Bo Nix guy, but he's helped out with some graphics and stuff. So
Dutz, are you in Club Hertz? Dutz.
I am, yes.
Okay.
Yeah,
I wasn't so enthusiastic. Could I get a little bit more energy?
I'm a Club Hertz, right? Don't you worry. I
What
support
do you
my guy.
think about QB1, Dutsy?
I love him. He's a winner. He's a winner, Ray.
All right, we'll get him to sell it a little bit better next time.
And then Matt Menark. Matt Menark's a homie. He's in.
Yep.
Austin Jones. He's a big QB1 guy.
AJ, damn right.
Yep. I mean Sean Rodman. He's on the list. He's floating. We need a little
Sounds
more
questionable.
Yeah, we need a little more
Falling
love
short
from
of
Sean.
expectations?
Yeah, a little bit.
You know who's not questionable? Addison.
Addison, she's in. Addison's 100% in. Okay. Then after that, I think it's pretty
All right,
dicey.
so
from there.
morning show. Salciunas, Connor.
Out.
Both out.
I don't know. Connor, we got to see more from him.
Okay,
I
so
think.
Connor's a question mark.
Connor's a question mark.
He kind of fits in the Rodman mold there. I don't know if I want to just.
Is
Yeah.
Chunas more along the lines of objective?
He
Club?
seems like
Yeah.
an was it Objective Club? OCH? Is that what it is? Objective Club Hertz?
Yes.
Yeah, he's an OCH. man.
All right.
If Connor,
I honestly think he might be further to the side of the Objective Club Hertz.
Wow.
I don't think he's a full Hertz hater. I don't think we have one on the station that's gone full blown. But he's definitely a Hertz questioner.
oh yeah, he was questioning it the other day with Berman.
This
There's-
morning again.
Yeah, again, like it's it is what it is. With Tunis and I will have to talk next week about it. But
Salciunas,
Yeah.
Writing that down.
Marks, Colarulo.
All right, enough
Bill?
of Objective Club Hertz. We want to know who's in the Club
Well,
Hertz.
that's going to take me to the afternoons. Ricky.
Ricky is more in than out, I'd say.
But yeah,
listen,
if you're in, you're in.
He's not in.
No,
Ricky's
okay.
not
I was going to
Thank
say,
you.
I want to say this with love and respect to Ricky. He's had a very tough week.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's true.
As a former athlete, sometimes people are like, hey, I want to associate myself with that guy. He's pretty cool. I mean, and we all love Ricky Bo. We can't just be giving out, club passes because it's Ricky Bo. Ricky Bo has to earn it as a Club Hertz guy.
And Bill is definitely not.
No.
Bill wants to be so bad though.
Bill wants to be a part of something.
Yes.
Yeah.
Week 1 victory, Bill will be singing his praises.
Oh, yeah.
Week 2, week 3, all Club Hertz. They got it right. They nailed it.
yeah. I'm the smartest coach in the world.
It'll be all about how Sirianni gets him ready to play the first game. Don't even.
Mr. AI himself.
September is preseason for everyone but Sirianni. His teams always win.
smartest coach in the
That's
world.
the take you'll get from Sirianni. Okay, so Objective Club Hertz, Salciunas, Marks, Colarulo, Ricky Bo, and Connor are question marks right now. And then we've got the three of us, a laundry list of people at the station here that are Club Hertz. How can people get involved with Club Hertz?
Get involved. Go give us a follow at Club Hertz. Send us an email, clubhertz1, the number 1 at gmail.com. DM us on IG. Follow us. I'll shoot you a little kickback. What you got to do? Tag us in a post on your story, and we'll hook you up with a card. Go buy a shirt. Even better. You buy a shirt, you're in. So the shirts are flying off the shelves. People are wearing them out on the town. I'm getting compliments when I go to Garage in Fishtown this weekend, rocking my Club Hertz shirt.
No text.
It's
insane.
Well, that's a story in itself, right? We talked about
No text.
Yeah, we got some great people that are involved. My guy Dennis, DK, he's coming through tomorrow. He's a Club Hertz member. That's the cool thing. It's connecting us, right? It's building this ecosystem of belief behind a guy who has led us to the promised land. I didn't think I'm asking for blood here, Ray. I didn't ask for an arm. I just want you to believe in the quarterback at a time that he needs to hear it. He needs a little bit more
56th
support.
on the top 100 is good for him.
Pretty good.
That's good.
Yeah.
That's good.
That's actually understanding.
Ahead of Lamar.
Yeah, but 17th on the Fowler list.
Not great.
Not good at all.
Not great. No, not thrilled with that one.
Yeah.
All right, so we got two people I want to put on a Club Hertz trial here. So we've gone through some media members, and I think we've started to establish a list of Club Hertz guys. Kellerman, with his performance on Game Over. In the midst of all this LeBron stuff, he took a podcast away from Rich Paul and, was breaking down what he thinks about different things. Jalen Hurts, he's pro. Dan Patrick, had a take a week ago where you guys were like, he's a Club Hurts guy.
He's in.
Patrick is in Club Hurts.
Yep.
On top of that, who else did we throw out there as some of the Club Hurts members throughout the media?
Michael Irvin.
Oh.
Do you think
Michael
Michael Irvin's in, or
That's
do you
a
think
tough
he's more
one for.
objective?
Yeah, because it kind of feels like he'll be quick to turn on you.
Well, that's fine, but he's in right now. The playmaker is absolutely in. I've talked to the playmaker. He's a big Jalen Hurts guy, and he always follows it up with, how are you not a Jalen Hurts guy? How, like, objective Club Hurts? How does that club even exist? I believe 88 said.
Yeah, he also said that he was hoping that things were going to fall apart for the Eagles. But we'll give him Club Hurts. Sure, yeah, we'll let him. It was the Trojan horse. He's just going to come into the inside and just blow everything up.
Is that an Odyssey mention?
Is that an Odyssey mention?
I think so. Trojan horse?
I don't know. I'm getting all my mythology mixed up. But the Odyssey's 3 hours long. I hope that at least there's one Trojan horse in there.
We will be going to see that movie with my wife and I.
You set a
we're
date
going.
on that one? Good.
Yeah. No IMAX, though.
No IMAX.
Dolby.
Yeah, Dolby.
Dolby.
Yeah. You've got the IMAX at home, so when it comes down to streaming, you'll be fine. All right, so Manti Te'o was on, and I believe this was NFL Network. Yeah. And he was doing the breakdown, well, the Eagles' offense, it can only get better. And who's in store for his best football? Is Manti Te'o a Club Hurts guy? Take a listen.
Definitely, because of their new offensive coordinator, Sean Mannion. When you understand what makes this offense go, the offense runs through Saquon. I know that you want to run it through Jalen Hurts. Jalen Hurts is at his best when Saquon in 2024 was running crazy, when he was almost about to break Eric Dickerson's record, when he was jumping over people backwards. That is when Jalen Hurts is at his best. Sean Mannion is going to go back to that. Sean Mannion is going to put Jalen Hurts under center, and he's going to hand the ball off to Saquon Barkley. And guess what's going to happen after that? He's going to do what Jalen Hurts does best, and that's get Jalen outside of the pocket and throw the ball deep downfield. I also think that having the departure of A.J. Brown could be a good thing for Jalen Hurts. There's a lot of talk when you lose a wide receiver one, it's a bad thing for a quarterback. But Jaleel, you understand this. Sometimes having a crutch in a wide receiver one limits a quarterback from being an actual quarterback. When you have schemes and plays that are designed specifically to have to go to somebody, it doesn't give Jalen Hurts the opportunity to be like, man, let me look at what the defense is actually giving me, coach, and get it to the receiver that actually should get the ball. I think that Jalen Hurts' best football is ahead of him, and it could be ahead of him and should be with somebody like Sean Mannion at the helm.
So, he says at the end there, Jalen Hurts' best football is in front of him. But when you listen to the entirety of the take, and this is where it's becoming difficult for me to be able to discern the objective Club Hurts guys from the Club Hurts guys, because I think all of these networks, you mentioned earlier, when there's slow engagement, what do? You mentioned Philadelphia.
Got to talk Philly.
Right now, I think if you're a national media member and you're talking about Jalen Hurts, they are ensuring that the social media post leads with your most positive Hurts take and avoids the rest of it. What did he say at the beginning there? Jalen Hurts is at his best when Saquon Barkley's reverse hurdling people. Yeah. Does that sound like a Club Hurts member to you, or does that sound like an objective Club Hurts member to you?
Well, here's the thing, right? When we come down to this, it's looking at the grand scheme of all of it, right? Because the things that Club Hurts members are all in agreement on is that Jalen does have a lot of talent around him, and Jalen brings the most out of that talent every single week.
Well said.
So when it comes down to it, Saquon gets it going because Jalen can run the ball. Jalen can sling the ball. Now, we got to see if Jalen gets the legs going again. But at the end of the day, when it comes down to it, Jalen tries to elevate the talent around him week after week. And guess what? When you got a guy like Saquon, yeah, the offense is going to be absolutely spectacular. But then what Manti gets to is then he moves them around, and then Jalen finds the spots to hit the guys down the field for touchdowns and win championships. And when guys like Jalen Hurts are saying that, or Manti's saying Jalen has better football ahead of him after he's won an MVP, Super Bowl MVP, gone to 2, and that we got even better ahead of us, how many Super Bowls are we talking, right? 2, 3, 4? I think we need LeBron in here too. Like, what are we doing?
So Manti's our Club Hurts guy.
Millie Petrilli killing it. Yes, Manti Te'o.
All right.
You just heard it.
I did. I heard him say that he's at his best when Saquon Barkley's reverse hurdling people.
Dutz, do me a favor. From the beginning, the first 2 words, one more time. Listen. Manti Te'o, are you in Club Hurts?
Definitely. Because
boom, that's it.
Oh, yeah, that was the question. That's what NFL Network asked him. All right, then let's go to one of our own. Fine, Manti's in the club. I'm a little concerned about the bouncers right now. I think we're getting a little close to fire capacity. I'm thinking that not if everyone that we're letting in the club is necessarily the best for the vibe.
Bro, this is Keenan's. We know the fire marshal. We're good.
Okay. Hey, I've been.
All right.
All right. Someone that you could probably find at Keenan's if he's making a trip down to Wildwood. Brendan Gunn. He was on Unfiltered last week. And he was he a card-carrying Club Hertz member?
I never gave him one.
Okay, so he was someone that was in the club, though.
Yes. Yes, he was.
Yeah, he's definitely. Yeah, he was loving the vibes, loved what we were building, wanted to be a part of it last time I checked.
They got into the Jeremy Fowler list of quarterbacks. Brendan Gunn was sitting with Objective Club Hertz member Bill Colarulo. And this is what happened.
Number 5, I'm starting with Ryan Howard, the big piece. Say what you want. Jimmy was the leader. Chase was the hustler. If you take
Hold on
one
one second. We were getting into the top 5 players of the 21st century that they were carrying from our show. So let's go back into this now that you know that why Ryan Howard. Oh, this comes from a show on Saturday. Oh, we went to a show on Saturday. I thought we had the Colarulo Unfiltered audio. That's my apologies.
It's all right.
This is him talking on Sunday about his top 5 guys from the 21st century.
3 of those golden years, one of those big 3 out of the lineup, what's going to impact him the most? In my opinion, it's Ryan Howard. Number 4, the leader of those golden era Phillies, Jimmy Rollins. Like the intangibles that we speak about with Jalen Hurts, the leadership, this, that. Jimmy Rollins is all the same leader as Jalen Hurts. Number 3, it's Jason Kelsey to me. Like he has to be in there. The guy epitomized what it means to be a Philadelphia athlete.
Howard J. Roll,
Kelsey. You would have thought he was born and raised in Delaware County.
Sure.
Now you get to the top 2. And it's Allen Iverson at
AI.
2. The guy is the most fearless athlete I've ever seen. 150 pounds, soaking wet, got to the hole, played every single night, showed what it meant to be a warrior. And number 1, it's Brian Dawkins. It's Weapon X. That guy is the best Eagles player I've ever seen. Football player, physicality, leadership, intangibles. That guy is my top athlete since 2001. I love Hurts. Not top 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5.
Wow. You know what's even crazier is I went from 2000 on. He just went 25 years, which is even more of a correct exercise. But that hurts AI even more. Leaving AI discussion for another day. He left Jalen Hurts off the top 5.
And the framing of it wasn't just here's my top 5. Here's why I'm including all these players and not Jalen Hurts.
And including one of the guys saying that he has the same exact intangibles as Jalen Hurts and putting him up into that top 5 too.
All he does is win.
All he does is win. That's crazy. This guy is the ultimate flip-flopper.
Oh, be gone.
Whenever the wind blows, he's going over here. He's going to the Nova Knicks. He's going to...
Yeah, see, now this is, you're playing your audience here where I'm going to lose him for me, where I'm going to be on your side for this one.
So, go ahead.
Well, look, he's got a lot going on these days. He's getting married. He's got a busy fall. But hopefully he could squeeze in a couple Eagles Sundays to watch. Number 1, work his magic. Because it is going to be a big-time season, as you heard from Manti Te'o. And believe me, if you pressed gun, he would be ready to go. Because, look, at the end of the day.
Man, Sean's here at all hours
Sean
of the day.
Mannion, this offense. It's football season, boys. We're going to start breaking things down a whole lot deeper. We're going to have ourselves a good show on Friday. We're going to squeeze in a lot of football conversation. Training camp right around the corner. Rookies. I think 3 teams had rookies report yesterday.
Ooh. We're rolling. We're rolling.
Do you guys see what's in my right hand right now as we speak?
The fantasy football
the
guy.
Fantasy magazine. It's the first one of the year.
Jalen's got to be top 3 in fantasy,
Oh,
right?
let's have a little gander. What do you say about that?
Yeah, why
top
not?
Top 3 fantasy quarterback there. But my biggest thing when it comes back to B-Gun here, we put it to the people at Instagram at Club Hertz. The people was a resounding 73%.
Well, see, you stripped
vote.
context of a conversation, which is something that, again,
I don't know.
Well, we're stripping context of quotes here. All of a sudden, Manti Te'o's in because he says he's going to have his best football of his career.
Dutch, one more time, please.
No,
Dutch, one more time, please.
Guns out.
Manti Te'o.
No.
Manti Te'o, one more time.
Stop.
Are you in Club Hertz, Manti Te'o?
Definitely.
Thank you. That's it.
God.
That's it.
Manti Te'o's catfishing the 2 of you.
All right.
Whoa.
Here we go, real quick, boys. As I just bought this, I haven't even read it.
Okay.
It's on brand there.
Yeah, no. Yeah.
Top 5.
Hey, LeBron, what's your favorite line?
In The Godfather?
Yeah. LeBron, tell me a little about that book you're reading right now.
Telling me that bookmarker's not real?
Fantasy football rankings. Win your league. All right, here's your quarterbacks. You ready? Where is Jalen Hurts, Ray? Where do you think? Fantasy-wise.
5.
Okay.
I'll go 4.
Millie?
I'll go 4.
He's 5. Josh Allen.
Bang!
Jaden Daniels, 2.
Oh.
Lamar Jackson, 3. Drake May, 4? Wow.
Wow. A.J. Brown, man.
They said I was a diva.
And then 5, Jalen Hurts.
All right, well, that's where this Club Hurts meeting's adjourned. BP, appreciate you checking in. We'll be sure to find the next viral video. We'll be sure to find whatever you do next.
Plenty of stuff this weekend coming. So
yeah,
it'll be a lot of fun. Thanks,
what we've established: B-Gun out, Manti Te'o in, and the Club Hurts social coming up at some point in August.
Yeah, hit me up. I'll be down at the Phillies this weekend. I'll have plenty of Club Hurts cards on me, but you got to give the pitch. You gotta get in on it. Let's have some fun.
Club Hurts on Instagram, and you can always email at clubhurts1, the number 1, at gmail.com.
And Throw the Ball Up T-shirts also available right now. You got a nice Jaylen Brown themed T-shirt out there for the people on our website.
We got to come up with some King James ones.
I'm doing some big ones.
Yeah.
Well,
I saw the link for the King James T-shirts is already live. Does that mean he's signing with the 76ers?
Would have been a good idea.
Coming up, we've got News at Noon with Hair Jordan. Dutsy's got a tremendous News at Noon coming your way coming up next. We'll get back into the Phillies. They try and win a series tonight. And also what Sean and I are up to this afternoon. A loaded 12 o'clock hour coming your way. He's Sean Brace. I'm Ray Dunn. This is Middays Marks.
Now on 97.5 The Fanatic Sports Update.
Tough ending for the Phils. I'm Brandon Dutz, and this update is brought to you by Morganstone Medical. Losing your hair and wish you could do something about it? Call the trusted team at Morganstone Medical, because where you go matters. Call 610-830-HAIR. The Phillies fell to the Dodgers in a game where the Phillies offense was flat, but they blew a huge opportunity late in the game. Marsh hit a ground ball to third base. Justin Crawford got caught in a rundown at home, and after standing on third base, JT Realmuto decided to run back to second, leading to the final out. Realmuto shared his thought process at the end of the game.
Just a lapse in judgment. I thought Crawford could get out of the rundown for some reason. And the chances of that are so small, you just can't take a chance there making 2 outs on 1 play.
The Phils will look to take the series tonight with Aaron Nola on the mound. We are patiently waiting for LeBron to make his decision. 76ers are still in the mix, and we'll keep you updated once we have more information. The Eagles kick off training camp in less than 1 week as we inch closer to football season, and the Union are back in action tonight against the New York Red Bull. You can listen to the game live right here on The Fanatic. This update is also brought to you by the McComb Group. Visit McCombGroup.com. The McComb Group supports contractors with one of the largest PVF inventories. From pipe, valve, and fittings to trusted brands, count on the McComb Group to help you stay on schedule. Visit McCombGroup.com today. I'm Brandon Dutz on the home of the 76ers, Flyers, and Union, 97.5 The Fanatic and The Fanatic.
Middays with Marks, alongside Sean Brace. I'm Ray Dunn. Johnny on vacation this week. Hair Jordan produced the program, but we stole the entire morning crew today. We got Austin Jones back there doing YouTube. We got Sean Rodman, associate producing. Negative Nate getting ready for a night of soccer.
Ooh.
And also going to be 8 p.m. for
Negative Nate.
So
that's right.
He tried this week. He made the move to try and change the nickname, especially as if he was going to get the nickname changed while Johnny was gone.
No.
Like, John's going to come back on Monday like, oh, you guys call him Big Ten now? Sure, I'm in on that.
That's got to be signed off on.
Yeah.
Hey,
good attempt by Nate, though. I see him lurking in the YouTube chat today.
I like that. He is a lurker.
He is a lurker.
Hey, real quick, one of the things that this is like not one of my favorite time of year, but it's always a good.
Mine.
Why is that?
Love the summer, man. This is great. Oh, man. Did we go over this earlier this week about my lack of responsibilities in the summer outside of showing up and doing this program?
Yeah. I guess that could influence your decision a little bit. But come on, man. Our bread is buttered during football season. How are you not a football guy? How are you not a fall guy?
I love baseball, man. It's my first love.
So it was mine, too, but you grow up.
And I still love baseball, man. I spent the last 2 nights at the ballpark.
The boys of fall, Ray. That's my alarm clock. Kenny Chesney.
The weather's, 80 degrees and I'm going to be on a boat later? Yeah. Give me this time of year.
All right. Well, this time of year.
50 degrees, freezing. I'm on my 6th broadcast of the week, and we've got full lineup of shows, and I got to figure out how we're going to carry Sirianni's presser tomorrow. Pass.
Get me to it. Let's go. No, and college football as well. But one of the cool things that I always enjoy, because it's never on my radar until I turn on the TV and see it, TBT, bro. The basketball tournament is live. That's right. I watched last night. Little Kansas State, Kansas. Boeheim's got a crew.
Yeah, Boeheim's Army back in it for the 10,000th straight year. And Syracuse alum we know have just gotten better through the years. It's certainly not worse product than it was 10 years ago.
Incredible. I think they've changed a few things, but it's 14 teams, 2 million up for grabs.
Ooh.
Not bad deal there, but I don't know. I've always...
I enjoy TBT. Like if it's on TV, I'll pop it on. It's like, oh, that guy that I haven't thought about that I watched playing college hoops 5 years ago that's making money somewhere in Europe right now. Yeah, that's awesome. Sign me up for it.
Devendorf, who's 39 and looks like he's about 60.
I like the guys that come from TBT and then they'll end up playing, like some of them will play in the Rumpf. And it's like, oh, how was your experience there? And then the crossover conversation. Because that's the next thing on the agenda for me. My summer tour is I got the call from my buddy, like, oh, this is what the Rumpf content plan is.
Damn right.
Summers. Oh, yeah.
Up in Conchi?
No, I think.
Oh, they moved it. That's right. It's down LaSalle, right?
It was last year was Drexel. I think it's at Drexel again this year. Yeah.
I'll eventually get one of them. I just continue to name places.
Well, you got to come out this year. That's me saying you got to pop out.
I will be popping out. I am outside these days.
Yeah. Well, we know you're outside. You're always outside.
Damn right.
Where the mix is right now.
TBT.
This board's half broken over
here. Yeah. TBT and the Summer League just wrapped up, and Yaxel was your MVP. Are you opposed to the Golden State Warriors raising a banner and celebrating the Summer League championship?
Yes. You're the Warriors, bro. Remind me of the 2010s, what you did.
Yeah, but not those guys.
I don't care.
Draymond versus Yaxel is definitely appointment television.
If you win a championship in Vegas, the banner doesn't count. That goes for the cup.
Yeah, well.
And that goes for Summer League.
I can't help you if you don't respect the cup.
I don't respect it.
And now the cup has changed, too, just so you know.
Yeah, now it's Fieldhouse out in Indiana, right?
That's correct. Yeah. You still don't respect the cup?
No respect for the cup. Give me a break.
The Knicks won the cup and then won the NBA Finals.
Right, and if they had just raised the cup banner, I would have been, ugh. If their banner this year says NBA Finals and NBA Cup winners 2025-26, then you know what? It was a fake title.
If
this was the most Mickey Mouse title of the last decade. All right.
Dolan's listening. Do it.
Oh. Dolan, if you're listening, give us a line. Yeah. Call in. I got some things I want to get off my chest. Dutsy, what do we got for the news at noon?
News at noon. News at noon. News at noon. When it's lunch and you're wondering what will you do? News at noon. So you reach for a sandwich and turn on YouTube. News at noon. And my man Ray fills you in on the news. News at noon. And I knew there was no help no help from show.
Who, me?
Who's that dude? So give us Skip.
And Stephen A. Smith. You should have went Stephen A. Smith there.
Some bad player podcasts. Drive us crazy. So bring it to us, Ray. So here is the news and news.
Give it to us, Dotsie.
We need some new parody songs.
All right. Yeah, that one's pretty long. Almost a 2-minute intro.
I love it.
I think he's taking up the time.
Yeah, there's shorter ones in there.
Yeah. So, Brace, we're going to start it off with what you had said. Yaxel Lendeborg, obviously him and the Draymond Green back and forth. It's just ridiculous. I have never seen a veteran and a rookie clash like this over social media.
Well, it's because Yaxel's 25 at this point.
Did Yaxel respond back?
Well, we do have. This was at the end of Summer League. They had asked him, well, Yaxel, we're going to training camp. How do you feel about playing with Draymond Green? Here was his answer.
The Jordan, Steph, and Draymond, guys who have won a lot. Do you feel like you made a good first impression with this one?
Yeah, I hope so, man. I don't know if Draymond, I hope Draymond like it, man, because, we've been over here going back and forth, you know what I'm saying? But the Michigan thing, we're bringing dubs, we bring championships, we win. So, you got to respect it for me. So, go dubs, and hopefully then them boys can enjoy seeing what they saw, and, when it comes time to play the regular season, hopefully they, stay winning.
Just reading his body language there, looked a little timid. So I think the first day of training camp between him and Draymond is going to be some must-see TV, as you said before, Brace.
Well, there's a few things. One, hey, Draymond, you're not going to be there forever. That's one. I kind of respect Draymond, even though we know everything else that.
Oh, I respect Draymond.
I respect this, but this take of, hey, rookie, you got to earn it. Now, could he go too far? Sure, that sounds like Draymond.
Right, yeah. Is there a chance? I don't think we're getting another pool situation, but
I don't think we're getting a pool situation. I also don't think there's going to be hazing per se. I hope not. But I do think Draymond's going to make life difficult for him in the beginning, as all vets should do to rookies. I'm fine with that. Earn your keep, earn your stripes, right?
So the one thing I will say for Lendeborg right now, maybe not the best time to be touting Michigan and all its success. Maybe. I'm just saying.
Hey, a ring is a ring.
A ring is a ring. Championship to championships. Parade doesn't stop. I'm just saying. Right now, if I were you, I would be laying low on the whole Michigan thing. You did a great thing. You won a title. We all know. But you're giving Draymond a little bit too much room to punch back. Metaphorically speaking. metaphorically speaking, punch back at you, because right now Michigan not necessarily in the best news.
Yeah.
So I would just watch yourself on this one. Outside of going after a vet on your team, you're opening yourself up. PR 101, man. If you got something they can hit you back with that's stronger than what you've got right now, I'd stay away.
It's funny because KD was on a podcast and Kevin Durant, and he referenced that situation and why he was frustrated with everything of how the Bob Myers included handled the punch between Poole and Draymond. He felt like, man, he brought up The Last Dance. I know that always gets you hot and bothered, Ray, but he brought up The Last Dance about how, hey, man, when Scotty had an issue or did something wrong, they got it all off their chest, and that's what you need to do as a team. Now, I'm not also going to Kevin Durant for mentorship and how to be a good teammate by no means, but I do think he's right in this
Which burner account had his unfiltered reaction to what happened that day?
Yeah, Katie is he's got some demons he fights in that manner, but still a hell of a basketball player. Long story short is this. Yaxel can help you, Draymond. Try and be easy, but allow him to earn his stripes too. I'm with him there.
What else we got?
Going to stick things in the NBA here. Ray, we're going back to the year of 2010. Carmelo Anthony talked about free agency, where everybody was going. As we know, LeBron ended up going to the Miami Heat, but he said that him and LeBron were almost close and wanted to team up on the Chicago Bulls.
Well, it was supposed to be Bosh and Wade, and then me and Bron, going somewhere. We just couldn't find out where. We wanted it to be New York.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Somewhere. Or Chicago. Chicago was in the fold.
Okay. With you and Bron?
Me and Bron. But I was like, if we gonna find a place, then let it be go to Chicago. I'm in Denver, you're in Cleveland, free agency hit, let's try to make it work.
I think I've heard that before.
I have heard that one before too, but the idea of that being the Bulls had just beaten the Bulls to the playoffs in 2009, 2010. The next year, the Bulls go 62-20. Derrick Rose, peak of powers. Now, ultimately, end up losing in 5 games to LeBron again, but this time with the Heat, and this time in the conference finals. The idea of D. Rose, prime Derrick Rose, Carmelo Anthony, and LeBron James.
Pretty good.
Yeah.
Pretty good.
It would have been funny. It would have been really funny to watch that iteration, like LeBron James chasing that first title in a Bulls uniform.
Yeah.
Given the way that we've gone down the path of the duality between Jordan and LeBron.
My wind horse, Spidey senses just went off. Because I said this earlier. I said it last week, and I brought it up. I said, remember the original decision? The only person that claimed like they knew where he was going was Stephen A. And he was absolutely locked in on Chicago. I wonder who Stephen A's source is.
Melo?
Would it be Melo?
At that point, still at Denver. By the way, his teammate in Denver in that 2009-2010 season was not still.
Okay.
I was going to say, because I was like, maybe there's a little AI conversation. I mean, I assume him and AI stayed in touch. AI was there until... 08, 09.
I remember Stephen A. being adamant he's going to Chicago because, of course, Michael Jordan, yada, yada, yada. And that did not play out like that. So he was wrong. And maybe that's why he did go out on ESPN and say exactly that, because he heard from Carmelo that they were going to team up. But it didn't happen. You know what? He's a villain. Good. And if he ends up back in Miami, the same thing's going to play in my mind. I hated him with Miami. I did. I hate watching
hate him again.
I'm going to hate him again.
Yep, you will. All right, what else we got?
All right, Ray, we're going to college football. So yesterday was SEC Media Day. I'm sure you guys have seen this. They are talking about breaking away from the NCAA to make their own governance rules and their own independent decisions. So Kirby Smart was on Get Up, and they had him talk about it. He said he's been governing for it in his meetings.
Yeah, I've actually been saying that for a long time to our president and our administrators that, my frustration is I sit in a meeting, and so many times I sit in a meeting, and I learned this, I think 11 years ago, my first SEC head coaches meeting. I had a coach tell me, we will not get anything done in these meetings because we don't have any power or any control. We sit and say what we want, but that doesn't necessarily come to fruition. So I've learned that, until we get governance and we have someone that actually has the power to make decisions, or we can make decisions within our own community, we're not going to have much control. And that's unfortunate, but that's where we sit right now. And if that's the best alternative to get everybody playing by the same rules, then I would want to do that.
Yeah, it's real. Like, I don't think this is a leverage. Why would anybody not think that there's a chance that the SEC says, yeah, we're good. We're going to do our own thing over here.
Right.
We're going to control everything we can control. People are going to tune in a hell of a lot more to watch our teams, our games, than anybody else. And we know that. So you can play by our rules, or you can do it on your own thing. I don't think it's as easy as that or cut and dry to make happen. But I do think that this isn't something that they're just throwing out there. You just heard it. Yeah, Kirby Smart's been talking about this for a long time. I also say this, Ray. Do it. If that's what you guys want to do, knock yourself out. Why not? Go right ahead.
Yeah, I don't like the ramifications across college sports, but yeah.
I get it. But college sports is no longer the same. It's not what we're used to.
But the expanding of the tournament sucks.
That's terrible.
This potentially happening, all right, then how do you fall in the governance of college basketball? All of this is just coming apart at the seams. And, Kirby Smart's not interested in what team is going to end up being on the bubble in college basketball. That's not his job. His job's to bring the most money back to Georgia and bring the most glory back to Georgia. I get why he doesn't care.
Yeah. He brought up, well, I'm talking about men's swimming and women's softball and women's, and I'm just all right, Kirby.
We got it. You're a football guy.
We know what's going on.
Yeah. I make all this money. I bring all this money back.
Well, the unfortunate is we don't have leadership to handle any of these tough decisions. And I don't know if that's ever going to change. I think that Tommy Tuberville was floating out something that everybody was signing off on. There's just so many, things that are yet to be in place that people are just continuing to talk around as if it will happen. I don't see the big deal being signed off of in a court of law. That's where it comes down to. All parties got to come together and say, yep, we're good with that. We're good with that. Negotiate. We're good. I just don't see the negotiation ever happening.
What's your favorite version of the song Atlantic City?
Bruce.
Bruce? So I bring that up because there's winners, there's losers. Don't get caught on the wrong side of that line. When it comes to this, there's the haves, there's the have-nots, there's the championship contenders, and there is the rest of the 128 or 130, wherever we're at in terms of FBS programs.
Yep.
There's going to be a line drawn in the sand. I don't think it's just the SEC. I think the Super League that they were talking about in Europe when it came to soccer, I think the Super League idea here in college football, I think it's you're a contender, you're not. We're taking X amount of teams to come play on this side. The rest of you, figure it out. You drive your own revenue or try and drive your own revenue without us, which could have a massive downstream effect in the rest of college sports.
Oh,
if
yeah.
all of a sudden, fill in the blank university, like Chip Kelly we saw out there with Northwestern and his hard hat, and I'm trying to bring the lunch pail to work mentality for him. Like those universities, you all of a sudden don't have Big Ten revenue coming in, or some of these SEC programs, I don't know. Throw one out there. Vanderbilt will be fine, so maybe not them. But, like, Auburn continues to suck. And it's like, all right, we don't really need you, Auburn, or we don't need you, fill-in-the-blank university that is not produced to the level that you would want. You're on this side. We'd rather play against Penn State. We'd rather play against Ohio State. We'd rather play against Michigan. You end up on that side, good luck. Good luck keeping yourself relevant. It's going to suck.
Yeah,
but it's going to happen.
Oh, it's ugly. But, you just need somebody to lead the charge. And I know Saban is trying, but I don't know if the right side the other side is opening the ears, right? Like when it comes to, because that's the end of the day, they're going to have to negotiate, right? Everybody wants what's best for them.
Yeah.
But there's got to be.
What's best for Kirby Smart is?
Sure.
Yeah.
There's got to be a middle ground, though, for the players. I get it. Everybody wants to get rich. But the NIL was specifically created for the stars, the big-time players. I apologize to the left tackle or the right tackle that nobody knows.
Well, that right tackle making money now, too.
Everybody's making money.
Everybody's making money.
You can transfer whenever you want. It's the wild, wild west. We need rules. But nobody's going to sign up to negotiate.
We are living in a society, Sean. You know what creates a society? Rules.
Yeah.
Norms. We don't have it.
We got none of it.
I want a quick addition to the news at noon because I saw this, and I want to make Sean Brace feel better. We're going to get back in the Phillies conversation in a second to take away from the first two games of this Dodger series, start to turn the page towards what tonight is and what maybe could be scary down there tonight in terms of the run total you might see put on the board. We'll get to that. But Sean Brace, Chris Rose, was with MLB Network for a long time, does his own thing now, was out there for All-Star Red Carpet. And with it being in Philadelphia, America 250 decided to stop Major League Baseball players and ask them a very simple question. When was the Declaration of Independence signed? Sean, if you remember on this program, you erroneously once thought 1876. It was more you just speaking in the moment, not actually what you believe.
That is correct.
When you get caught...
I did the math wrong.
...with a question, when you get caught... in a moment, answering a question, sometimes you get that question wrong despite whether or not you know it. I say this to say Bryce Harper had that moment. Chris Rose with Bryce Harper on the All-Star Red Carpet asking about the Declaration of Independence.
When was the Declaration of Independence signed? Not 1775. Oh, 1776. No, I missed my one day.
The more egregious part of that is I missed it by one day when talking about 1775 and 1776, which would mean he believed that it was New Year's Eve, 1775.
Yeah. I don't know. I think Bryce is a smart guy, but, he was homeschooled and then did high school real fast and then JUCO real fast, and now he's in the baseball, now he's in major leagues. So I don't know, but I would assume that he misspoke. He knew that it was 1 year off, instead said 1 day.
Right. Instead said 1 day. He misspoke. We misspeak all the time. All the time. But people are going to show Bryce Harper the grace we don't get. Anyways, Bryce Harper not knowing the year of the Declaration of Independence. Do you believe that it was just a miscalculation? He did, guy kind of misread the calculations there of what year.
Misread the calculations.
Yeah, I think.
Was it a Sean Brace situation where he did America 250, his brain still thinks it's 2025, and he just had the wrong year?
That could be it. That's actually a good call by you. Or
he doesn't know when the Declaration of Independence was signed.
No, because everybody was a historian this year with 250, the significance.
Especially him.
Yeah.
You know how much he loves to play the Philadelphia crowd.
Yeah. So, well, that's why he went with SEPTA on the spikes instead of the, the Declaration of Independence.
Did he get the year wrong, Sean Brace? Let me hear it one more time.
When was the Declaration of Independence signed? Not 1775. Oh, 6. 1776. No, I missed by one day.
Yeah, people were running with that when I saw that. There were also other players that got it wrong. There were other players that got it right. Did
anyone else that video get it wrong?
Yeah, there were some other people that he said it was Verlander too, but not. Who cares? Chris Rose.
I'm in on also throwing Verlander on the bus here.
I think it was Ben Verlander is the guy who asked the question.
Oh, it was Ben Verlander. My bad, not Chris Rose. I thought it was Chris Rose.
You're fine. But the thing that hit me about that video is like, man, you're doing red carpet trivia? I don't know.
You got to stick out in this environment.
I don't know if those players are going to be signing off on that next year, but regardless, you got to know 1776. Majority of them did because of the math, the significance, the anniversary, 250. It's not hard. I'm sure that if they looked up, there was a banner that said right here, 250 years ago it happened. The Declaration of Independence was signed.
I don't know. I thought we all had it. I just wanted to play that for you, Sean.
Oh, it's good. It was good.
You're not the only one that's happened to, Sean. It happened to Bryce Harper, too.
Oh, well, I'm even worse because I said 1876, which would be one.
I don't know. Yeah, that's actually for the text line. What was worse, Bryce's blunder or Bryce's blunder? 610-632-0975. I'm going with Bryce because then he follows up with one day. We got a little bit of math difference for you. For him, it was like, one day, I missed it. All right, we're going to get back to the base running blunder that we all saw last night. I saw someone annoyed, and this is what happens. People get annoyed on social media. I also saw it on the YouTube chat of, hey, come on. It's one game, 1-162. This nerd upset about the fact they're not fundamentally sound. I'm curious for you. Did we make too much the opener of the show? We'll get back into it. The base running blunder of last night. To me, this series through 2 games is indicative of why this team falls short against the Dodgers. It's not the Dodgers own them. Phillies in the regular season have been good against them. But last year, we got the fine line discussion from Dave Dombrowski about, if this went that way for us, if this went that way for us. Ultimately, this Phillies team is built to do one thing, bash past you. And if they can't, that secondary option to find a way to win, the Dodgers are just better at doing that. And that's the takeaway through 2 games of this series. Is that too much? Am I over the top on that one? 610-632-0975. You can get in on that. On the Davis Honda text line, the phone line, 610-632-0975. Be right back here on Middays with Marks after I tell you about Live Casino and Hotel Philadelphia. It's down there in the heart of the Stadium District, and when it comes to catching the game, there's no better place to be. Immerse yourself in the center of the action with game day bites like my favorite, that burger down there at Sports and Social, 360 views at Center Bar, FanDuel Sportsbook wall-to-wall screens, including that beautiful 52-foot video wall inside of Sports and Social. It's a great place to watch a game. There is so much to do there. This is game day gone live, making a total experience with over 2,000 of Philly's hottest slots, over 130 table games. You get down there earlier in the day. I heard about the $10 blackjack table. You're telling me that down in Philadelphia, there's a $10 blackjack table earlier in the day, over 130 table games, a live poker room. And inevitably, you're going to get hungry. There's a lot of options for you, including experiencing the new era of flavor at Luck Fu by Jet Tila, featuring a fresh East meets West menu curated by the Iron Chef himself. Your Philly favorites are back at the all-new 10th Street Market, featuring an expanded menu at Lorenzo & Sons Pizza, the iconic flavors of Termini Brothers Bakery, and Gino's Steaks. Plus, unwind at the brand-new Library Bar with handcrafted cocktails and bites. Only Live Casino and Hotel Philadelphia. Visit livecasinophilly.com for details. Must be 21 or older. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Now on 97.5 The Fanatic Sports Update.
Tough ending for the Phils. I'm Brandon Dutz, and this update is brought to you by Allstate. Some people just know the best rate for you is a rate based on you with Allstate, not one based on anyone else. Visit allstate.com or call for a quote today. You're in good hands with Allstate. Phillies fell to the Dodgers in a game where the Phillies offense was flat, blowing a huge opportunity late in the game thanks to a boneheaded play by JT Realmuto. Marsh hit a ground ball to third base. Justin Crawford got caught in a rundown at home. And after standing on third base, JT Realmuto decided, you know what? Let me run back to second for the final out. Don Mattingly, well, he put it plain and simple, saying he didn't understand what JT was thinking on the postgame.
I don't know what JT was thinking there, honestly, because he got the third with contact on. You're just hoping Cross stays in it long enough to get Marsh to second, and you end up in the same spot.
Phillies will look to take the series tonight with Aaron Nola taking the mound. As for LeBron, your guess is as good as ours. We still await a decision, but what we do know is that the 76ers are still in the mix, and we'll update you once we have more information. The Eagles kick off training camp in less than a week. As we inch closer to football season, and the Union are back in action tonight against the New York Red Bull, you can listen to the game live right here on The Fanatic. This update is also sponsored by the McComb Group. Visit themccombgroup.com. The McComb Group supports contractors with one of the largest PVF inventories in pipe, valve, and fittings to trusted brands. Count on the McComb Group to help you stay on schedule. Visit McCombGroup.com today. I'm Brandon Dutz on the home of the 76ers, Flyers, and Union, 97.5 The Fanatic and The Fanatic app.
Middays with Marks here on 97.5 The Fanatic. I'm Ray Dunn hanging out with you. Sean Brace, Hair Jordan producing the program today. Getting back into what we saw last night and looking to what we have tonight because, Dutsy, you know who's taking the mound tonight for your Philadelphia Phillies, don't you?
How about that Aaron Nola, Ray?
Oh, lovely, 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 lovely. This is the type of game, and it's going to be good because I'm going to be in transit as this starts and as his start begins because tonight, or this afternoon, Brace and I are floating down the Delaware River. We keep saying boats and goals. It's not what they're calling it. It's, thanks, world. We'll take it from here. We're going down the Delaware River. Well, it's 100 degrees because it was 30 degrees when we got in here. We live in a world of extremes, all right? It's either warm, it's either cold, all right? That's all you get from here.
I think that's a Billy Joel song.
I go to extremes. Yeah, I know. Come on, you're trying to Billy Joel knowledge with me.
Let's go.
But I'm happy that we're going to be in transit today as the Aaron Nola start happens because it's difficult for me. I feel like I've staked my reputation on the guy, and it really pains me as I watch night in, night out what happens to him. But on the other side, Eric Lauer's going to be there. So we got a nice balance here of the potential for a lot of runs tonight. What you didn't get in terms of guys hit the baseball last night, I think you're going to get down the ballpark tonight, assuming the Phillies can hit a lefty, which is a very strong assumption from me.
Yeah, this is a golden opportunity for them to right the wrongs of what took place yesterday. If you come away with the victory tonight, that's a combination of tonight/today. Today.
Yeah. Sometime.
You take the series, and that's all that anybody cares, right? That's all that anybody cares. Now, of course, last night was ugly. We're going to talk more about that in just a second. But from the betting perspective, Ray, the odds makers are telling you that the Phillies pretty much to play here. Even money for Aaron Nola, -120 for Eric Lauer. You're sitting at a 9.5 total, which is, I think, you got 11.5 in the Nationals and Rockies.
JT homer tonight?
That's the highest total on the board. Is JT homering tonight? Is it his birthday?
I just mean to make up for last night.
No, JT's not homering tonight.
2+ bases? Yeah, I'm not comfortable putting any of these wagers down. I'm just trying to throw something out there to feel good about the guy. I saw on our YouTube chat, Philly Phantom, and shout out to the YouTube chat, keeping an eye on it all day here today. I'm still not over last night's base running blunder. Went to bed angry.
Went to bed angry?
Angry.
Yeah, I'm sure. You and everybody else in the Delaware Valley. Now, are you still angry, right? Like, did you wake up angry? Like, for instance, last night, I was mad, but I was kind of like just laughing because in my mind, I'm thinking about all of the brain-dead moments, specifically between these two teams with only regards highlights of the Phillies. But
right.
When these two teams meet up, the Kirk ring goes to my mind, the Casty, the wheel bunt. Like, and now the chapters.
Hey, man.
Trey Turner on Monday kicking the ball all over the yard and only getting one error. But, like, this is crazy. And this is the type of game that you need to be at your best. JT said it after the game. Like, it's the little things. It's around the margins that make you lose this game when you go up against championship competition.
There's JT.
You know, there's a lot of talent on both of our teams, so you're going to see a lot of times the games are going to be won by the little things. And they've been able to make less mistakes than we have really in our series and going back to last postseason. They're such a powerful team. They can do a lot of damage, but we match up well with them, I think. Where we have to get better is kind of on those edges, make the small plays, make the routine plays, and not give them extra outs, not give away outs on the bases, stuff like that. It's the little things that you have to do well to beat a team like that.
And do you believe in this team to be the one that's going to play around the edges baseball and beat you there?
Against which opponent, right? Because that's,
against the Dodgers, like you said.
Yeah, see, the Dodgers, there's more to the Dodgers than meets the eye. Little Transformers for you there. Like, we think of the Dodgers of having this robust lineup of this salary, which is true. But at the end of the day, this is a team that does everything right with regards to fielding, base running, coaching, just everything. They get all of their decisions right. Think about the perspective of a Max Muncy. Correct me if I'm wrong. I know he started yesterday, but doesn't Tommy Edman start there too as well at third?
They got a lot of options.
Yes,
man.
they do. They got
the
options.
Optionality is there.
Muncy is your starting all-star at the third base position. And it's like Edman the other night made an unbelievable play to turn 2. The ball was behind him. He literally dives, lunges, gets it, fires it over to second. That's the Dodgers. That's why they win championships. It's not just off of Shohei and his 50-plus bombs every year. No.
The feel fact of this is the Phillies' inability to turn double plays. I don't have the number on it, but I feel like every time not every time, but ground ball that you're like, oh, that could be 2. They get the guy at second, and then they save it first. Like what you mentioned with the Edman the other night. Like Dodgers just 2 outs out of thin air. That's how you end an inning instead of what we saw at Turner Monday night, kicking the ball around, just adding outs. And on a text line, Davis Honda text line 610-632-0975. We got plenty of Phillies talk going on over there. So let's go get some of that from Dutsy.
Correct. So no name on this one, Ray, but they said for me, I think it's demoralizing to see the Dodgers. Their depth is crazy. They always have prospects to call up. They have 5 pitchers hurt right now. I know Tiny seems to be on one leg. At full strength, I don't think the Phillies are good enough to beat that team in the postseason.
That's kind of the hard reality that I keep having set in. As much as I would love to say, no, they got something. I just can't. You know, I'm sitting here like, this team, to me, the ceiling is when you run into the Dodgers or when you run into a 7-game series, because I just don't know if they have the legs to compete with the team, to outplay a team that long.
Yeah, it's tough. I like to sit here and make the case that the Phillies are better than the Dodgers. I'm really just grasping at the fact that you're going to get 3 outstanding starts and they'll limit them to 1 total run in the 3 games. Like, sure. That's where that's my scenario that I could see.
Right. Not great.
Is that going to be reality? Probably not. But there are some good things. And you know what? On the other side, come on, let's give it a little positive. You and I are both optimists.
Yeah.
You were at the Yard both days. I know the result was not what we wanted, but there were some positives from last night's game as well.
We'll spin some positives for you. I know we got somebody checking on LeBron, a voice memo on Davis on text line. We'll get to that coming up as well, because we also got Sam Ostreet coming up at 1 o'clock.
Oh, Sam's going to be all over it
from
for us.
Front Office Sports. We'll see what he thinks about the timeline. When can this be done? What's going on with LeBron? What else could be there for the 76ers if it's not LeBron? Before we go, though, you told me poncho talk on the text line.
Indeed, Ray. Got Dave checking in. Says, I'm 32 years old with 2 kids, and I'm still out in the umbrella and the poncho. I'm embarrassed walking into school with an umbrella, which I agree with. I'm out in the umbrella, too.
No umbrella. I've long been on the more things I need to carry is a bother.
Wait a minute.
I'm out on the umbrella.
So you guys just want to get wet?
I'm on for the poncho. The umbrellas, I can't do an umbrella.
Well, nobody does an umbrella at a game. You're not allowed to do an umbrella.
We're just walking in. Like, if it's
and
raining
the
in the
poncho
office.
also something I got to carry. I'm out. Just get soaked.
It literally fits in your back pocket.
Yeah, but then when it's done, am I throwing it out?
Correct.
I spent all that money on the poncho.
You spent $1.
I didn't spend $1 on it. Not when they were charging outside the ballpark last night. What, am I going to go out of my way to go buy ponchos?
Shop around.
Ugh, no, I'm out. Too much. Plus, then you got to be the guy that's trying to figure out, is this the head? Is this the arm? Is this the head? It's a humiliating experience. Tough it out.
Wow. All right. Well, I'm a wussy who likes ponchos. Okay.
I like ponchos too, Bryce. I'm with you. I'm just not an umbrella guy. I don't want to be seen walking into work with an umbrella.
I have 2 umbrellas in the car as we speak.
You gotta just take it. I put my backpack over my head to ensure the hair doesn't get wet, and then
see, you got hair too. No,
Yeah.
I'm bald.
No, I'm out on both. Just walk through the rain. Toughen up, people. Coming up, we'll find the positives from last night.
I got
we'll get
multiple.
you the LeBron. Oh, all right. Positives from the Phillies last night. As we take a look to an Aaron Nola start tonight, maybe we want to hold to those positives today. He's Sean Brace. I'm Ray Dunn. This is Middays with Marks on 97.5 The Fanatic.
The Phillies' second.
Welcome back in Middays with Marks. Sean Brace, myself, Ray Dunn, Hara Jordan produced the program today. All right, positivity. Because I was negative coming in today. I really have been positive this week. Maybe that's something we have to look into. Maybe I'll go sit on the couch outside the studio and we can hire someone and I'll lay there and maybe we'll talk through it. Maybe it's something I'm going through. I don't know. I don't know why. I can't tell you why.
I don't know.
Haven't had my usual optimistic view on everything this week. It's just hit me a little bit.
I think we were positive on Monday. I think yesterday we had some good conversations that stirred it up a little bit. And then, at the beginning of the show, you did throw me off. Like, you weren't really buying that victory.
Yeah.
And I'm like, they hit 5 bombs, bro. Like, how could you not?
I enjoyed that part of it. And then I watched Trey Turner play defense. You got 5 1/3 out of Sanchez, and then Kirk Rink comes in, gives up the hit, can't get out of the dirty inning. Bolin gave up a homer.
Yep.
I had to watch the Duran entrance after they had a 6-run lead in the 9th, and it was like, yeah, these things are kind of annoying. I don't love it. I don't love to see that. Nice to see the 10 runs put on the board, 5 homers. It was Emmett Sheen on the other side. I was like, all right, good to beat the Dodgers. They were going to pitch whoever they pitched to you. You hit the guy they pitched. But I've seen you hit mediocre right-handed pitching with all due respect to Sheehan. I know you can do that. I'm aware. We get to a game 4 of a series against the Dodgers. They throw some mediocre righty at you. I will believe in your ability to win it. It ain't about that.
Okay.
So that was why I came in yesterday feeling that way. Today, I think it was really impossible to come in feeling positive about the Phillies after the way you watched the end of that game last night.
Agreed.
But we are going to do it right now. Positivity. Sean Brace, why is the sun shining today?
Who, me?
Yeah.
No, I can't. All right, so it starts with Trey Turner and the fact of what we discussed, and me more so than anything. I know, like, you and Ricky were on the same page because I heard Ricky Bo start the show off with Bill, and unfortunately,
because Bill's been trying to move him every which way. He had Trey as a catcher last year at one point.
Oh, Lord.
No, I'm kidding, but
oh, God. Hopefully a bullpen catcher, maybe. But that was it. I was like, oh, no, me and Bill
He's the 5th starter now.
Bill and I are on the same page here. That's never a good
Never a good sign. Never good. I try to tell people that.
But I'm telling you, I believe where Bill and I are correct is, like, you just don't want to wait. There has to be something else you can do. You got to be aggressive, especially if he is leading the league in errors. Try something different. And, oh, by the way, just because you bump him to second doesn't mean he is now your second baseman from here on out. Like, okay, maybe you can give him a couple days off, put him on second, let stop play short, then get him back over to short, whatever it may be. Long story short is this. None of it mattered because Trey Turner yesterday looked like Ozzie Smith over there. Honestly. Omar Vizquel. Like, he was unbelievable at that position last night.
Look good.
He was diving, making throws across the diamond from his knees. Dude was on point. Went from a liability to a lock to make that play overnight.
And that was nice to see.
It was great to see.
Is that a holding up over 162 trend or a nice night at the ballpark? Positivity. It's holding up.
Thank you, Ray.
Yeah.
Thank you.
All right, what else?
The ground balls before the game are working, okay?
Yeah. Shout out Bobby Dickerson.
What else? I'll give you Alec Bohm.
Okay.
Now, feel fact. I need you to help me out here.
Yep. Research department's getting on it. I know where you're going.
I feel like Alec Bohm is really seeing it well right now. And again, I think he was 3 for 4 last night, of course. But I told you, if there was a guy I wanted to get up leading off an inning, it wasn't Marsh. It's not Schwarber. It's not Harper. It's not Turner. It was Bohm. Last night I said that, and he delivered. Got on base to start the inning off in the 9th. Again, playing good defense, seeing it well. I feel like he's constantly ripping doubles, couple home runs over the last few weeks. I know his average is down, but let's just say, for the sake of conversation, last month or so, Ray, has Alec Bohm been seeing it better?
Better than he was at the start of the season, for sure.
However,
when the month of May ended, he had a 210 average with a 606 OPS. Since the end of May, he has a 238 average with a 693 OPS.
All right. Extra base hits, better.
That would suggest that, yes, extra base hits. We got 14 of them since the end of May. Before that, I would say we were probably hard-pressed for – all right.
Remember in June, I think he led the majors in RBIs. I'm pretty sure he did. Feel fact, I think that's
fact. That does feel like something I read.
All right. So, again, when it comes down to, let's just say we fast forward. Phillies are in that first wild card spot. Everything is golden. We're all happy. Playoff baseball is back here.
Yeah.
Red October.
I wore my Red October shirt on Monday.
There you go.
It was awesome. They beat the Dodgers while I had my Red October shirt on.
I know it comes down to guys like Schwarber, Harper, and Turner. But if you get production from Bohm, Marsh, Stott, whoever else you want to fill in the blanks with, like that's going to change everything. That's going to take pressure off of those guys. And, oh, by the way, you're going to score more runs if you're getting production from down in the lineup. And I know Bohm isn't exactly down in the lineup, but you understand where I'm coming from.
Yeah, that kind of feels like the bar that we've lowered for Stott and Bohm right now, where it's like, yeah, I mean.
I told you it was a positive segment.
Sorry. You know what? You're right. If you get that type of production, you are going to beat teams.
I'll take it a step further. If he leads the majors in RBIs in the month of October, we're moving on, baby.
Hell yeah. Yeah, they are.
There you go.
It's baseball.
That's all I got for you. And I'm not even sure they deserve anything from a positive outlook after last night's debacle. And that's even being nice about it because it was a nightmare ending. But come on, man. They play 162. We can't be that crazy every single day.
Well, can I give you my positive?
Oh, sure. What do you got?
Shohei Ohtani, 1 for 8 in the series. Got thrown out at second. The one hit that he had, he struck out 4 times so far.
What's his deal in Philly? Is it
Sanchez,
us?
Wheeler. It's not us.
You sure?
I'm pretty sure it's not us.
Is
it me?
I think it's you.
Is it me? Shohei is afraid. He sees me out there. He's like, that's an intimidating radio host.
Hey, look, Lasorda hated the Fanatic. Maybe Ohtani does.
Maybe he does too. That's my positive. My positive over this whole thing is the pitchers that matter largely. You saw with Sanchez, obviously the numbers go up with Kerkering. Kerkering pitch. If we get to October and Don Mattingly throws Kerkering out there in an inning in which there are runners on base, a dirty inning for those that would understand the phrasing, an inning in which he's coming in with runners on base and has to get out of it, ultimately Mattingly's going to get what Mattingly deserves because we've known over the last 4 years that's just not where Kerkering succeeds. It's a clean inning. He needs one if he's going to come in. Does that limit the opportunities that he'll get and the places you'll use him? Sure, but that's just the truth. So Bolin gave up a run, and then Bolin came back the next night, didn't. Alvarado, 2 nice outings over the last 2 nights.
Yep.
I could take that.
Big plus.
Duran came in and closed the door when he needed to. Sanchez and Wheeler gave you a shot to win the baseball games both nights against that good of a lineup. There's some sort of, painting of positivity if I can.
Could we get on the same page, though? Is it too much to ask where JT had one answer about the end of the game and the running?
Oh, yeah, that's too much to ask.
Crawford had another answer. Don Mattingly, apparently, as you said, was probably covering for
Mattingly
somebody.
Was like, yeah, Crawford's running on contact. And Crawford's like, well.
I think we might need to be on the same page as far as communication. Just a hunch. That might help a championship.
Are we to the point where we can criticize Mattingly, or is it still the season turned around on him and, good for him, good on him? It's like that phase where we're just
I'm never
goo for the guy that's should be a Hall of Famer.
I'm not going to, from the 1980s All-Decade team, Don Mattingly, first base? No, I'm not going to say
have that up on your computer.
I'm not going to say.
What's he cooking up over there? He's got the 1980s All-MLB team. Duh!
I have it up here. Tony Gwynn, Dale Murphy, Ricky Henderson, Cal Ripken Jr., Mike Schmidt, Ryan Sandberg, former Phillies manager, Don Mattingly, current Phillies manager, and Gary the Kid Carter at catcher. How about that?
How about that?
Nobody is above criticism, Ray, to answer your question.
Yeah, I don't think he is either. Sam Ostrey's above criticism, in my eyes. We'll talk to him coming up next from Front Office Sports about the LeBron pursuit. Where are we? What does he think? Are we ever going to escape this? He's Sean Brace. I'm Ray Dunn. This is Middays Marks, 97.5 The Fanatic.
Now on 97.5 The Fanatic Sports Update.
Tough ending for the Phils. I'm Brandon Dutz, and the Phillies fell to the Dodgers in a game where the offense was flat, blowing a huge opportunity late in the game thanks to a boneheaded play by JT Realmuto. Marsh hit a ground ball to third. Justin Crawford got caught in a rundown at home, and after standing on third base, JT Realmuto decided, you know what? Let me run back to second for the final out. Don Mattingly, well, he put it pretty plain and simple on the postgame, saying he didn't understand what JT was thinking.
I don't know what JT was thinking there, honestly, because he got the third with contact on. You're just hoping Cross stays in it long enough to get Marsh to second, and you end up in the same spot.
Phillies will look to take the series tonight with Aaron Nola on the mound. First pitch is set for 6:40. As for LeBron, your guess is as good as ours. We still await a decision, but what we do know is that the 76ers are still in the mix, and we'll update you once we have more information. The Eagles kick off training camp in less than a week as we inch closer to football season, and the Union are back in action tonight against the New York Red Bull. You can listen to that game live right here on The Fanatic. This update is also brought to you by the McComb Group. Visit themccombgroup.com. The McComb Group supports contractors with one of the largest PVF inventories. From pipe, valve, and fittings, the trusted brands count on the McComb Group to help you stay on schedule. Visit mccombgroup.com today. I'm Brandon Dutz on the home of the 76ers, Flyers, and Union, 97.5 The Fanatic and The Fanatic.
I can't wait. I'm sorry.
No.
It kills me every time. I want to wait. I want to get to the hook here. It's too tough for me. There we go. He's Sean Brace. I'm Ray Dunn. This is Middays with Mark. So 1 o'clock hour brought to you by Morgan Stern Hair Restorations. Great teams stick together, and so does great hair. Morgan Stern Hair Restoration championship results. Visit morgansternhair.com. Call 610-831-HAIR.
I know we got Sam coming up here in just a second. We're going to talk LeBron. We're going to have some fun here. Talk some Sixers, NBA. Is this safe to eat lettuce?
So I'm going to say no.
No?
Yeah, I would say no.
I would say
As
no.
Donovan once said. I'm leaning no. I would turn to Dutz and ask if he has an opinion on this, but Dutz doesn't watch
You
the
look
news.
like you know a lot of lettuce. You got good hair.
I have seen it, but no, I don't.
When was the last time you had lettuce?
Probably 2 weeks ago when I had a wrap.
Oh, Lord.
Right, so he's safe.
Look at this. What food you should avoid right now on USA Today. The Food and Drug Administration advises consumers not to eat recalled iceberg lettuce from Taylor Farms to Mexico. The recall includes certain market-side brand iceberg lettuce. Best if used dates. All right, well, the issue is I just bought a sandwich yesterday, had iceberg lettuce, and I go, that is some good lettuce.
Ooh.
But then in the back of my mind, I go, I don't know if I should be eating lettuce right now.
You shouldn't. I didn't know about this.
What do I need to pay attention to?
I don't know.
If I'm struggling on the boat coming up here this afternoon?
Yeah. I would say if you feel like you're,
So far, so good, Ray.
Right. Every time you take a trip to the restroom, I would just be cautious of it. Or if you feel a little rumble in the stomach, don't trust it.
No, I'm good.
Yeah.
Been eating good.
Good.
Had lettuce.
You had lettuce, which is tough for me because I enjoy a good salad. I enjoy a good chicken Caesar wrap.
Ooh.
These things are being taken away from me. And I didn't know. I had one last week, and then I saw a tweet, don't eat chicken Caesar wraps. And I was like, well, that sucks. I had one less than 24 hours ago.
Yeah, I had a wrap. That's what I had.
So far, I'm fine, I think. All right. Also coming up, little Zach Wheeler thing that I missed. We'll get to that coming up. But first, we're going to go talk to our guy, Sam Ostry of Front Office Sports, because I need Sam to talk me down on this. I know you're mad. I'm not mad. I think it's anxious, nervous, freaky out about the fact that this still hasn't been decided. But first, hello, Sam. How are you today?
I'm good, guys. Good to be with you. Thanks for having me.
Always great to talk with you. Let's get to the obvious. LeBron watch continues. At this point, where do you believe the timeline goes for a LeBron decision, and where ultimately do you think he ends up suiting up next season?
Yeah, we're all at the whims of LeBron James and Rich Paul. I was talking to some guys in front offices and in the league office earlier this week, and this is usually the time of the year, late July, early August. There's nothing going on the NBA calendar. Most of the NBA business is finished up, and those guys usually go on vacation in late July and early August. And these guys were telling me everybody can't go on vacation right now. Nobody's going on vacation because they're all waiting for LeBron James. Here's where I'm at. I don't believe he doesn't know where he's going. And it's just really hard to believe. We've all made decisions, big or small, in our lives at some point. Over a month period of time when all the information is laid out, you probably have an idea. Or maybe if it's not finalized, you're heavily leaning one way or the other. So I do think we're pretty close to the end to an actual announcement of a decision, because I think LeBron has a very good idea of where he's going.
Yeah, that's what I've been saying all along. Ray had an interesting thought that I think he could be onto something like, hey, what'd you say, Ray? It was like Cleveland, but
convince me not to go to Cleveland.
Convince me not to go to Cleveland. Miami did by getting Giannis. And therefore, oh, by the way, the Philadelphia 76ers did have a shot. I don't know. I think if he ends up in Miami, in the back of my mind, Sam, tell me what you think about this. LeBron knew he was not going back to L.A. for a long time now. He knew that he was not going to be re-signing with the L.A. Lakers midseason, whatever you want to say. So here we are. I think he's kind of thought to himself, you know what, Miami would be a great spot to end up. I could get down with the fact of, hey, convince me not Cleveland, but in my mind, I think he's had it cooked up that Miami was his next destination. Your thoughts on that?
If it's convinced me not to go back to Cleveland, it's taking a month for people to convince him. So just go back to Cleveland at that point, right? like how do you not have an idea of where exactly you want to play, assuming that there only are three options, and they're all really good organizations, competent leadership in all these places. I still would say Cleveland's the favorite. Ooh. And especially, if it ends up being Philly, you can kind of understand him taking this long of a period to think about it, to talk to his family about it. If it ends up being Cleveland, it's like, all right, this decision probably could have been made 2 weeks ago. So why did you let it drag on? And I think we all know the answer to that.
And your answer to that would be?
The attention and the spectacle. And I know Rich Paul specifically said that this isn't a spectacle. He's not making it a spectacle. He's been on every single program. Shows I've never even heard of, I've seen clips of him on, talking about the LeBron James free agency. So this has been a spectacle, and it's by design. It's intention. It's hard to blame them.
I'm not arguing the spectacle and the attention, because I think that's absolutely a part of this. We're at a downtime of the calendar. They've got everyone's eyes. And if you watch and really listen to the players that have also been propped up alongside LeBron James through this entire process, they like to mention some clutch sports guys as well in there. It's given some shine to the agency. But if he goes back to Cleveland, if the decision is Cleveland, you don't believe that there was any sort of deliberation that's happened over these last 2 weeks?
I think to a degree, but we're past 2 weeks. I mean, he's known he wasn't going back to LA for a while. He's known all the information that's been laid out in terms of the options. He's heard the recruiting pitches from players. His agent has heard the recruiting pitches from the team executives. I think there's deliberation to a degree, but you know at this point which way you're heavily leaning. Maybe you don't want to actually sign the contract just yet, but I don't think he doesn't know where he's actually going to end up at this point on Wednesday, July 22nd.
You know what bothers me is I want to get back to being excited about Sixers basketball, about the guys that are currently on the roster, about, Bob Myers and Mike Ganzi's vision. And I get it. Everything
I mean, again, like we have a four-time NBA champion here.
Everything changes with the addition of LeBron James. And I'm not trying to say I don't want LeBron. I just want him to sign already. It's either A, B, or C, whatever. But, Sam, let's go ahead and, unfortunately, let's just bring it to where I'm at mentally and say LeBron moves on. He's going to Miami. Now the Sixers have what they have, and we got a season coming down really fast here. Once LeBron signs, we'll find out the schedule. With that being said, what are we looking at? The area of concern currently constructed with the Sixers, no LeBron in the mix. Sam, what do you say to that question?
I think depth is still the biggest area of concern without LeBron. If you add LeBron, you move Dean Wade off the bench, and he would be an incredible six-man. You have Anthony Simons. You have the backup bigs and Huck Porty and Bona. You obviously have the rookie Philon. So there is some depth if you add LeBron. Without LeBron, you're not looking at a lot of depth, especially when you have to consider that the biggest weakness is the backup center. In a vacuum, Bona and Huck Porty could be good backup bigs. But when you have to account for those guys probably being the starting bigs, one or the other, for at least half the season, considering how many games Embiid typically plays, that's where you don't have a good situation of backup bigs. So I still think depth is the biggest concern if LeBron doesn't sign.
I want to follow. You mentioned Philon in that answer. You were out there in Vegas for the Summer League. What was the biggest takeaway about LeBaron Philon and the way he played?
Yeah, he was incredible from an on-court perspective in terms of his manipulation in the pick and roll, right? Like he's so good in the pick and roll, creating a shot for himself or for a teammate. It's really hard to stay in front of him. I do want to say, seeing him up close and personal, he was really thin, like really skinny frame. And I was talking to some scouts out there, and they were saying that the intel on him wasn't great, which is why they believe that he slipped in the draft and why he hasn't really put on a lot of weight. But that's the next step for him. It's to put on weight and to go against some of these NBA level guards. But he can shoot off the bounce, and he's really crafty with his handle and his footwork.
What else did you take away from Summer League as far as the Sixers are concerned? I know you were out there for a little bit. You missed Josh Harris and company, but I know you were out there doing some digging.
I did, yeah. And another thing was, I really wanted to get to the bottom of the Jaylen Brown deal because a lot of what we heard was, the analytics don't favor Jaylen Brown, so everybody's cooling off Jaylen Brown. But I hadn't really heard why the analytics were against Jaylen Brown. And how it was explained to me was that he doesn't create for teammates, and he doesn't make his teammates better, which I'm not saying I agree with, but that's what the explanation was of why the analytics don't favor him. His possessions almost always end with him taking a shot or him turning the ball over. And he's not necessarily making his teammates better the way like a Jason Tatum does or the way some of those top guys create for others. So that was kind of the explanation I heard of why a lot of these front offices don't view him as like a top-tier guy. But considering the haul that the Sixers got, it's still an unbelievable deal.
And for you, you mentioned the concern at backup big. Like, if there's a pivot to a plan B post LeBron James, is there a name still available for you that you're like, that's how you fill out the roster if you were the 76ers?
Honestly, like, not really, because they're not going to have a lot of money to work with, and it's just the veteran minimum that they really are going to have to sign with whoever it is, LeBron or somebody else. So they have their two backup bigs. There's not like a third backup big that's going to be a game changer by any means. So like Andre Drummond's off the table. He went to New York. A lot of these bigs, and there wasn't a good market for bigs this offseason, but a lot of these guys have signed. So there's not going to be a game changer. I would expect them to use that more on like wing depth with their veteran minimum signing, or maybe even some guard depth.
Sam, as you said, you were out there at Summer League, and one of the things I talk about often, I feel like, these last two seasons is the NBA. It's in good hands. They got some bright stars, boys. And one of those bright stars, Sam Ostry, is Cooper Flagg. Real quick, we stumbled into this yesterday, and you and I were concocting something over the weekend because I told you I believe the future is pretty bright down there in Dallas. Big D. I think Cooper Flagg will eventually be a championship member. He will be leading the Dallas Mavericks to the mountaintop. And then we started talking about Wemby and the career that Flagg will have versus Wemby. So, if I were to say Cooper Flagg will have a better career than Victor Wembanyama, what do you say, Sam Ostry?
Brace, you're stealing my take. You're bringing the hot takes in the group chat to on air, and that's what I said. I actually believe that. And I recognize how much of a hot take it is, but I think Cooper Flagg's going to have a better career with Wemby. The durability factor, how much of a better ball handler and creator he is. He can get to his spots more seamlessly than Wemby can offensively. It's a hot take. Like, everybody would call me an idiot for saying this, but I think Cooper Flagg will have a better career.
I would never call you an idiot. I would say you're misguided, but I would never call you an idiot when it comes to that.
So, again, everything you guys were firing at me. What do you have to say to Sam?
I said I would call him misguided. I wouldn't call him an idiot. I never called you an idiot, Brace.
Idiot. What's the difference?
Well, one's kinder.
So what?
That's true.
Wemby's flaw is what?
I mean, his flaw is a lot of his touches were coming so far away from the rim in key moments, and he wasn't getting to his spots because he doesn't have that ball handling and creation ability from a perimeter, like on the perimeter, the way Cooper Flagg does. And that makes sense. I mean, he's 7'6" with an unbelievable wingspan. So, but you need someone to get him touches rather than him creating his own touches on the perimeter.
Makes sense.
I mean, he's not going to win 50 games on a bad team.
Wemby.
Yeah. Like, I understand that limitation. I just think if you have Wembanyama, you figure out the pieces around it, and the impact he has on a game so large that I'm okay. And not to be punny there with the fact that large, but like ultimately the impact he's going to have on a game. I see, and I agree with you. I turned into Shaq and Charles there at the end of the Spurs and Knicks series. I'm like, just get in the damn post, dude. You're so tall. Just use your advantage. I don't want you settling for that three. I understand you're tall, the ball's going to go over the guy. I understand the physics of the whole thing. You're just go down low, man.
Yeah, and one other player real quick, Sam, that obviously we're looking at as a bright star for the NBA, and we'll put Flagg to the side. What do you expect to see from VJ in year 2? What is something that he can improve on? And especially now it's going to be difficult because the touches might go down for him.
Yeah, I really think his ceiling is Anthony Edwards, and that's just unbelievable high praise. But he's that good, and he was that good as a rookie, and there's so much room for
I said
growth.
VJ, not Cooper Flagg.
I'm talking about VJ Edgecombe. Yup, you heard me right.
You said VJ.
Wait.
You said VJ Edgecombe could be just as good as Anthony Edwards?
I think that's his ceiling. Yeah. He was such a good shooter off the bounce in year 1. That's what surprised me so much. Like, I didn't expect him to be that shooter. We knew the athlete he was, but he could create for himself. And yeah, he might not make some crazy leap this year in terms of stats because Jaylen Brown's going to take a lot of shots. If LeBron comes, he would take a lot of shots. Embiid being maybe more healthy, he'll consume a lot of the offense up. But that's not really what you want to see. You want to see from how easy he's creating his shots and from a pure developmental perspective. Like, is he getting to the rim even easier? Is he getting to his shot even easier? And I think he's capable of that. And I really think the sky is the limit for this guy.
I think that's the one to leave us on right there. VJ Edgecombe and Edwards. I love it. All right, I appreciate you joining us, Sam. We will be talking to you very shortly because obviously the decision's coming soon, and we're going to want your reaction when that decision inevitably comes down very, very soon. Very soon. Not going to make us wait any longer.
Yeah, we hope.
We may be talking September, boys, but thanks for having me on.
Thanks, Sam.
Yeah, man,
Sam Ostry of Front Office Sports does a bunch of great stuff. Also, a ton of stuff on the YouTube channel for us here on 97.5 The Fanatic alongside yourself, Sean.
Ready to go. We're with him, myself, and Sean tomorrow. I think we're going to do something. Yeah.
Is that YouTube video already planned? Is it already on there? LeBron reaction?
I'm trying to think, like, if I was the program director, my vibe on, like, hey, yo, hit send on that. Hit send on that. I don't know.
So here's my take on the whole thing. We also
you can't do it now. You can't do it now, but
so ultimately, I guess there is people that would think that we would have that information to put out there like to hit send on the Dylan McKinnon story, like, oh, LeBron signs with the Sixers?
Flagship station.
We are. I've seen this in the YouTube chat that, like, we're on Clutch's payroll. And, like, it's just a very inflated, like, if you think that we are important enough where Rich Paul is sending us talking points, I'm flattered, but that's not the case.
That's great.
That's kind of where I come down on the whole Dylan making the post, where it's like, all right, if you're gonna believe it, like I had some of the, and I love our great listeners that send me stuff throughout the show, but I had someone send me the full-time sports thing that was like, there's gonna be an announcement tonight at 8 o'clock according to Pat Bev, and it's like, well, it's an account with 454 followers.
Yeah.
Like, I guess if there's people that are gonna believe that we would know that, we would be in the know, and that we'd be handed that information. I appreciate you on that.
Next Monday, Ray. Next Monday. Yeah, that's what Pat Bev was told. Well, the only thing there's two things I'm taking away from Sam. One is, wow.
Loves VJ.
Anthony Edwards. Okay.
Yeah,
I'm in.
No, I'm
in.
I'm in.
Oh, I'm in. Also, the way he kept on saying, if LeBron signs elsewhere, if they don't get LeBron. All right, Sam still believes, like, the way he said it,
right.
Matter of fact, I get it. He's a journal, Big J.
Oh, yeah.
But I can't.
I keep doing it.
I'm
if
not.
LeBron.
Oh, I'm not. No, I'm done. I'm not. Like, I can't.
So it's 0%.
I'm not moving off of 40.
I don't get you.
But
it don't make sense to me, Sean
I'm not
Brace.
a flip-flopper, Ray. I'm staying with my percentage.
You can't do that.
Yeah.
I don't get it. Dutsy, I don't understand. He's at 40%, but he's at 0%.
Yes.
I stick at 40%.
Yeah, 40.
What is going on back
We're
there?
in the 40-40 club.
What is going on up there?
Just can't move. There's still.
You can. It's okay. You can go to 0%. We've been on the roller coaster. That would make more sense to me. I'm so confused.
Yeah, the roller coaster's pulling in, and we're about to get off this ride.
Are we?
Unbuckle your seatbelt. The lap belts are coming up. The annoying guy on the microphone. How was the ride? Did you enjoy it? Now you got to go and go wait in line at another ride. But it's going to be a fun ride because it's got Jaylen Brown, and it's got VJ Edgecombe, and Tyrese Maxey, and whatever Joel Embiid is. He's here. He's not going anywhere. Like, that's answered, right?
Man, I'm trying to be dominant.
We know that.
Yeah.
Joel Embiid's staying.
Seemingly.
Unless...
I mean, if LeBron's not a Sixer, what? No, okay, yeah. Can we get the LeBron voice memo in here? Someone checked in early on the Davis Honda text line, 610-632-0975. Feel the Davis difference at Davis Honda in Burlington. What do we got?
Listen, I love the Sixers. You know, you guys gave me friggin' opening night tickets. But, you know, the day a single player, not a team, not an owner, a single player can hold a league hostage to the point where they can't even finalize their schedule for the year, you guys have your priorities all kinds of screwed up. I mean, I can't stay. Where you going? What you doing?
Yep.
Can I come? Let me know. I just, guys, what the hell is going on?
I'm with
Get
you.
it together.
Yep.
So,
with you.
Can I say something about the schedule?
He's right.
Can I just be honest with Adam Silver about this schedule thing? Like the marquee days, like Christmas Day, MLK Day, like the days they do their full lineup.
Opening night.
Sure.
Okay. Opening week.
These 5 teams are all going to be contenders anyways.
You're not putting the Cavs on opening night without LeBron James.
No, you're probably not. That's the one you might get me on there.
You're putting Miami, though.
Are you?
You're putting the Sixers. You're putting the Warriors. Yeah,
So the Knicks are opening night against who? LeBron's team?
I give it to you, Ray. I give it to you. You're right again, man. That's a good call by you.
Like Adam Silver's trying to put a little pressure on him. I get it. You got what, 2 or 3 holes left in the schedule? Like, you telling me that this entire schedule's being held up because, the Pelicans and the T-Wolves on a Tuesday night, you're trying to decide whether or not that's an 8 o'clock start or a 10 o'clock start? Like, you got an idea of the 4 teams that are involved. With all due respect to Minnesota, I'm leaving you guys off this one. Golden State, I feel like I could also leave you off this one.
Philly,
if you want to leave Philly off, Philly's playing Christmas Day either way. There's breaking news. Oh, my gosh. Oh, no. I don't know this by any sourcing. I know this because Jaylen Brown's now a 76er.
Yeah. And apparently there's 2 preseason games against the Celtics, and everyone's going crazy. Like, I don't think Jaylen Brown's even going to play.
He shouldn't even travel.
There you go.
Jaylen Brown should not be in the arena.
That's how people
Jaylen Brown should be as far away from that basketball court as he possibly can. Don't let him even high-five Deuce Tatum for those preseason games.
Totally agree.
Keep him far away.
I got people on my timeline building up 2 preseason games against the Celtics and Jaylen Brown. Oh, the return. I'm like, dude, he's not even going to play. It's NBA preseason.
I'm like, okay, Knicks opening night versus LeBron.
There's extra, though. But you're right about the teams.
The next night can be the 2 teams that lost out on LeBron. Cavs, Sixers.
Yeah, but you also, you're right. You're right, Ray. I'll give it to you.
I mean, there's a lot that goes into it. I get it.
Yes, and the whole NBC and does Netflix have NBA? I don't even know.
No. Amazon, NBC,
Amazon,
ESPN,
Peacock.
Well, that falls under the NBC umbrella.
You got to throw everybody a bone.
I got you. It just seems...
What? And so now you're sticking up for LeBron with this? No,
of course I am.
Make a decision.
Of course I am.
This is absurd.
What if he's driving through town right now listening?
I underline everything by saying, LeBron, I want you to sign with the Sixers, but do it already.
You know what I want him to sign? Today. Captaining the ship on the Delaware River, taking us down to the Union game.
People like Wilbon, I told you yesterday, screaming, what difference does it make? What do you have to do? It's the summer. Dude, we talk about things, honestly, during the summertime. Like, we still find other things to talk about.
Not this summer. It was the summer of BP until it became the summer of LeBron. And today it becomes the summer of you and I.
Millie Petrilli.
Going on down the Delaware River. We'll tell you more about it coming up next. It's Boats and Goals. We're going to have ourselves an evening. He's Sean Brace. I'm Ray Dunn.
Now on 97.5 The Fanatic Sports Update.
A nightmare finish for the Phillies. I'm Brandon Dutz, and this update is brought to you by Family Company Jewelers in Marlington. No pressure, no commission. Shopping with every price clearly displayed. No haggling, just real value from a family-owned business. On Route 70, or shop online at FamilyJewelers.com. South Jersey's diamond destination. Phillies fell to the Dodgers in a game where the Phillies offense was flat, blowing a huge opportunity late in the game thanks to a boneheaded play by JT Realmuto. Marsh hit a ground ball to third. Justin Crawford got caught in a rundown at home. And after standing on third base, JT Realmuto decided to make things interesting, running back to second for the final out. JT did his best to explain his thought process on the final out of the game.
It was just a lapse in judgment. I thought Crawford could get out of the rundown for some reason. And the chances of that are so small, you just can't take a chance there making 2 outs on 1 play.
Phillies will look to take a series tonight with Aaron Nola on the mound. As for LeBron, your guess is as good as ours. We still await a decision, but what we do know is that the 76ers are still in the mix, and we'll update you once we have more information. The Union are back in action tonight against the New York Red Bulls. You can listen to the game live right here on The Fanatic. This update is also brought to you by the New Jersey Department of Health. Public Health works behind the scenes building a healthier future for everyone. One mission, working for you. Learn more at nj.gov/health. I'm Brandon Dutz on the home of the 76ers, Flyers, and Union, 97.5 The Fanatic and The Fanatic app.
That's all I'm saying. I worked with him for how long? He doesn't come say hello anymore.
Oh.
Yeah.
Big time Billy C.
TV star. I'm just glad he's showing his true colors while Johnny's on vacation because it's okay that him and John are just best buddies.
They do have a little bit of a bromance going on.
They do, and that's okay as long as he's open about it. It just feels like he's, Bill wants to go behind this fake idea that he's buddies with us.
Should I be concerned? Do you think Bill would want to come to middays, or you think Johnny would want to go to
TV.
PM? Yeah, I think Johnny probably see. I should be concerned. We should be concerned. John's going to leave the program.
I'm always on the hot seat, man.
Does that mean Ricky's going to join us?
I've lived on the hot seat, dude.
Hey, real quick on this, having some fun. I know we got some other stuff to take care of. I've told this story before at a previous stop. So, if I can give you 30 seconds to catch you up.
Yeah.
In my neighborhood, we got a tight group. Good people. Everyone keeps to their own.
Ideal. That's what you want out of a neighborhood.
Keep the side of their street clean. You know how it works, right? We got this new house that got built up. They tore the house down, kept the bottom part, built this other house up, whatever. Get these new cast of people. This dude moves in. 3 other people move in.
Oh.
All right. I'm not here to judge. I don't care again. You do whatever you got to do to pay that rent. I understand.
Yeah.
All right.
Why I have 4 roommates.
So I've had an issue before with them with garbage cans. They come into the move in, and then literally their garbage cans will be left out in the street the day after pickup for 2 straight days. All right, so that kind of went away. Now we're on to a new deal with this neighbor of ours. They don't cut the grass, Ray. They don't cut the grass.
As in
they don't cut the grass. As in right now it is a foot long.
Gotcha.
And it is ugly and
Snakes,
nasty.
Mice.
It might be, all of the above. Ticks. To the point that
Lions,
when I park
tigers.
on that side of the street, my daughter's like, I'm not getting up the side of the road, Daddy. Because the grass is that high, whatever. I left a note today.
Did you?
Not only did I leave one note. Not only did I leave one note, I left 2 notes. One on the back door, one on the front door, because I don't know where they go or they leave. No clue. Again, this was last summer.
2 notes is a lot.
It was very friendly.
Okay.
Hi, neighbor.
Good start.
Hope all is well.
That's how I start every bad message.
Please cut your grass. We do it weekly. In parentheses, I put my number.
Oh, okay, so you signed it. Okay.
Oh, I signed it.
That's fair.
Oh, I ain't scared. Cut your damn grass, Ray. Be a good neighbor.
Oh.
All right? And we do it weekly with company. Conchaca Lake Landscape. That's right. And I gave him the number on the bottom. Thank you again. Or TY. That's it. At the bottom.
TY.
Yeah,
Oh, TY Hilton. All right, Dutsy.
Over the top, out of line.
I actually want to defer to Dutz on this one.
Why?
I have lived in the city for the last 8 years.
Okay.
I haven't had to deal with this. I'm curious the perspective of someone that's, been out there. Oh, he still got his mic out of program. He was trying to record the last update. Come on,
There
dude.
we go. Hold on. There we
Get
go.
involved with
This
the
guy.
show. Come on.
So my dad had a similar problem when we were in Oak Ridge. Our neighbor didn't cut the lawn. He didn't take care of it. Guy's name was Ernie. Didn't like him at all.
What's up, Ernie?
My dad ended up cutting the grass for him.
How about that?
No warning. Just cut the grass. Just right across the line, and then ended up putting up a fence over it. So I would actually say Brace is in the right, but my dad just cut it. Did it himself.
If I even I told this to my wife. I said, if I communicated with these people on a regular basis, they keep to themselves, which is fine. I don't care.
Fine, yeah.
I don't care. But you just moved in.
And
last
there's no
year.
homeowners association.
No. It's just a regular.
Yeah, Neil in the YouTube chat saying that. Yeah.
I just like,
I realize
yo,
Neil's-
come on, man. We all get, and you see it. The mowers are there. They're running weekly, Monday or Tuesday, whenever they come. And they do a great
And you're
job.
sure those people are there?
They're there. Oh, they're there. I know that. So I left two notes, one at the front door, one at the back, because I didn't know which way they go. And I'm not taking a chance. Now, here's the question. Here's my follow-up. I told you it was going to be quick. I lied. The follow-up is this. Now what? What if Monday comes and that grass is still not cut? Now I got to go knock on the door and talk to him, don't I?
I mean, that's the only thing left, right?
Or am I being a little, like, you can't have grass that's not cut in July.
So is it next door neighbor for you?
Cross the street.
Okay. What do the next door neighbors believe?
Oh, it's the talk. It's the talk of the row.
So the next door neighbors, is there a fence guarding, or is it just like 1 foot grass? Like
It's just grass, just bush,
Yeah.
grass everywhere. It's like Willie Nelson's RV. Grass is everywhere. All right.
I'm just saying, I feel like you are doing a great thing of taking the lead. Great, maybe a strong word here, but
I appreciate it.
In terms of the neighborhood, you are doing the thing to take the lead for everyone. It does kind of feel like on the next door neighbor who has the grass down at one level and the other one's at the other level, they have to kind of be the one to step up and initiate here and go over like, hey, listen, whatever's going into your grass is coming into our grass.
Yeah.
You know?
That's a good point.
Like, this could be a thing where if we start getting some animals that, like, make home here, like, that's an issue.
I was going to lie on the letter and be like, I saw rodents running through, like, and I'm like, I don't need to do that. Just cut your grass. Be a good human. Like, all you got to do to be a good neighbor, trash in your yard, shovel your sidewalks, cut your grass. That's it.
Yeah, I feel like I don't have you in the wrong here. The second note was a little much, I'll be honest with you. Like, I don't know which door they go in and out of. I feel like you probably could have given me one note probably suffices. The second one's a little try hard.
I'm not taking chances, Ray.
Especially going around the back of their home.
Oh, it's right there. It's front and center to me. Front. It's both distances are the same.
Yeah, I don't know. Back door's a little much for me on that one.
I think that they used the back door, a matter of fact. So you think I should have just stayed with it? All right.
One note was enough.
All right. You're probably right on that.
I think you are well within your right, especially if it's the talk of the neighborhood, especially if it is that noticeable.
It is.
To go over there and leave a note.
Wife is upset. And that's why I'm like, all right. No, I got to hear her yelling about it, all that. Oh, we got.
All right, so we got Jeff in South Jersey on the line. And I think Jeff is going to give you advice on how to deal with this.
All right.
Jeff, you're on 97.5 The Fanatic.
Hey, Ray. Hey, Sean. If you live in a town where they have local ordinances, you can reach out to someone, and the township will send a letter for them to have to cut it.
See, I didn't want to go down that path, Jeff. You're right. We brought it up. And I go, and I live on the line, too, of nonsense, whether I'm a borough. It's confusing, whatever. Long story short is we're neighbors. Yeah, like, you know what I mean? We're neighbors. I'm there for you. I'm a good neighbor. Trust me, your house is burning down. I'm running in to save you. I promise you, even though you don't cut your damn grass. I'm a good neighbor.
It might be tough to get there. You might trip through
Yeah,
the
you're
grass.
probably right.
Soon enough, you'll be weed whacking for them.
Yep, exactly what went through my mind when Dutch said that.
All right, we appreciate it, Jeff.
All right, see you guys.
Ordinance there, so I just looked it up. So you are borderline borough versus anything else?
Correct.
Because I just looked up the borough of Conshohocken.
All right.
And this is according to AI, so, take it at word. Property owners must maintain their lawn and yard vegetation at a height of 6 inches or less.
Yeah, we're above 6, bro. Trust me, I know 6 inches.
Hey. How tall does your wife think the grass is?
Gigantic, bro. Jack and the Beanstalk back there.
So I guess you're within your right.
Yes.
It feels like you have to talk to them face to face before you go around them to go to get the borough involved. I think that's a step too far.
I'm not doing the borough thing. But that's a good call by him. If you didn't want to be friendly, I understand. You just want to send it. Hey, do your job. But come on, people, be good neighbors. That's all we got.
Be good neighbors.
Be a good neighbor. That's
treat
it.
the person across the street from you well.
Show some love.
Just like you should treat the person on the boat with you later on today well. We're going to get to that coming up. What we got going on later today. We'll clear on out the Davis Honda text line, 610-632-0975, and get to the YouTube chat recap. That's all coming your way right here at Middays Marks, 97.5, The Fanatic.
The Fanatic.
Welcome back. Middays with Marks, 97.5, The Fanatic, alongside Sean Brace. I'm Ray Dunn. Harry Jordan producing the program today. That would be Brandon Dutz. If you didn't notice, if you're watching us on YouTube, shout out to our YouTubers. We appreciate you. We're both rocking the Union attire today. There was a little concern from you when you walked in, like, oh, we're going to match, aren't we, today? I matched with Negative Nate, who just showed up. He's in Union attire today.
Look at Nate.
As we are in Union attire. One, they're back tonight. Red Bull at Subaru Park tonight, 7:30 kickoff there. Matt Menark is in his Union gear, walking past right now.
MM.
And you and I were offered a pretty awesome experience coming up later today.
Oh, yeah.
So you're going to get not just the 5 hours of us hanging out here at the station. We're going to get another probably like 6 hours of hanging out today. By tomorrow morning, you might not want to do a show with me because we are going to be together probably around 3:30 all the way through the game tonight because they are doing a cruise from Center City down to Subaru Park, down to Delaware. Woo! Get a little something to eat, a little something to drink, be out and about with the people. I saw Seba's going to be there.
Yeah, I saw that too.
That was like, I felt like that was going to be a lock there. He's going to go right from the cruise, by the way, to the radio booth. He's on the call tonight. So that they cannot be late getting that cruise down there.
That's hysterical.
But it's going to be awesome. MLS is back. Union are back. They got a game tonight. Ryan Richter, the interim coach, was on this morning with the guys. I'm looking forward to this. This is awesome.
Yeah, it's great. It's the Union soccer cruise, Philadelphia Union cruise. City Cruises Philadelphia. And
Rendezvous.
Yeah.
Thanks, world. We'll take it from here.
Good friend of the program, Kate from Philly PR Girl. Known her for a long, long time, and she knows I'm a diehard Union supporter. I got the email through that. You are just Ray Dunn, and everybody wants you a part of the program.
I have never once been invited. Well, that's actually a lie. I was invited to one event like leading up to the All-Star game, which I was thrilled about, and I couldn't go to it because I was working. It was a new thing. It was an event with Ryan Howard, which I've been in the same room. I've never actually gotten to meet the guy.
What, the home run deal?
Yeah.
With the crooked T?
It was. I don't think it was a crooked pop. I think he was doing something with the Negro Leagues Museum.
Gotcha.
That they were doing down in some hotel down there.
Understood.
I was like, oh, wow, look, I got invited to one of these events finally. Only been on the Midday show for how many years now? Nobody invites me to anything. I got invited to that. I got invited to this. I say, all right. People might know who I am at this point. They are going to know because of the last name on the back.
Let's go.
Which I'm rocking the jersey with the name on the back. Somewhat of a violation on me. I'm appreciating it. Yesterday, I thought about going to get some new Union gear. Went down. I was at the Rally House on Temple's campus, and I was my walk over to that Rally House. Someone's beeping the horn at me. I'm like, who is going so loud with the Adam Fisher? Temple head men's basketball coach. Got a nice wave to him. Didn't get a chance to catch up. But, yeah. So this has been a good 24 hours for me.
Good for you. Well, this is going to be even more fun. I think they're doing it big and doing it right. And, of course, making a little bit of a deal. The fact that the World Cup just ended. Union is back in. MLS is back. And we're back to our regular schedule. And no better time than right now to get a victory. So we're going to have some fun on to Delaware, cruising it like G-Dub. And once we get to Chester.
Once we get to Chester, come find us if you're going to the game tonight.
Damn right.
Come hang out with us. We're going to have a great time down there tonight. Looking forward to it. Looking forward to hanging out with you, Sean Brady.
My man, I appreciate that.
Yeah, should be a good time. But, yeah, we're looking forward to that today. A lot we'll have to react to tomorrow.
Oh, tomorrow's going to be a fun one.
Yeah, whatever happens to us. I can't imagine we're going to go on a cruise for 3 hours together and have nothing out of it.
I just hope LeBron does not sign tonight. It can't happen tonight. Don't do it tonight because I can't react to it. That's not good. Better have a backup plan if LeBron signs. Duts. Start connecting the dots. Anyways.
And while we're talking to Duts, how about we get to the YouTube chat recap?
It's time for the YouTube chat recap.
How about filling us in? Let me tell you something else, man.
Watch us live on YouTube every single weekday.
I can't lie. Let me tell you something.
It's the Middays with Marks YouTube chat recap.
Millie is perfect name associated with a fraud.
Whoa, Andy and Lambert. I saw that chat. That was Andy and Lambertville. I'm not going to allow. Andy is upset because there was a bit of a snafu, shall I say, in transferring something from one Brendan Petrilli to Andy from Lambertville. There is beef there.
Boo.
I would like to try and settle that between the two of them.
Speaking, I got to send that Rita's gift card.
Yeah. So, or otherwise, you'll have someone calling you the fraud the way that Andy Lambertville's
come
going
on,
after
Andy.
Petrilli.
Yeah.
But I would like to settle that beef at some point. I'd like to see the two of them really calm down a little bit. The two sides need to come together. What else we got?
Soul Food Brace thinks ham hock is a netted nap time bed ties between trees. From Andy.
Hammock? Hammock? This is the tough thing about the AI program here. You got to get the pacing down.
No, the ham hock is it is food, I think, but no, I'm passing. It's the ham hock is a pork knuckle. Yeah, I'm good on that. I have no idea. Soul Food Brace, where'd that come from?
I don't know.
What did I say?
I don't know what you said about this. Did we talk about food today? Felt like we didn't get into food today.
No food.
There's good food out there right now. Nifty 50 stopped by. Ricky's friends. The shakes. They got their shake of the month out there. I might have had a little bit of chicken when I was out there. I'll be honest with you. Ricky's trying to be all defensive. No. You're on Middays. This is an unfiltered production.
Oh, Ricky.
Yeah, if there's Nifty 50s, I'm going to find it. I'm going to eat it.
Damn right.
What else we got?
Clearly, Hair Jordan is back there hitting the bong and not paying attention to the show from Money Mom.
Yeah, Hair Jordan.
Yeah, that was tough.
Pay attention.
That was tough. Any comment?
Tough day today, man. We'll get him tomorrow.
That's it.
Are you in tomorrow?
Yes.
Okay. I think the schedule I got just cut off at that date, so I didn't have producers for the rest of the week.
It's not there for me either. We have never put it out.
Oh, okay. Sounds good. It's not just me. So you're producing tomorrow. Is Austin with us again tomorrow doing the YouTube?
No, I think
we flipping Nate over there. We'll go with some.
Leave Nate and Sam tomorrow, maybe.
Oh, that's great. All right. Look forward to seeing him.
Yeah, we got to find out if Sam is in Club Hertz.
Yeah.
He's a newbie, so we got to find out.
I'm a fan of Sam.
Okay.
I've been a fan of Sam since he was street team.
Nice.
So I am pro Sam. We'll see if that changes tomorrow when we get his take on things, but I am pro Sam as it happens. All right. What else we got?
Dutz looks like he manages an esports team from Dune.
Ooh,
There's been this comment before.
That is good.
There's been that comment
You still look like you
manage an esports team. That is good. I like that.
You
nice
could
pull.
make a great streamer. I feel like people would sit down and watch Dutz play video games or just talk about something. I feel like Dutz would be a good streamer.
Who pulled these clips, too? They're supposed to have names attached to it.
Rodman.
Let's go, Rodman.
Know the show. All right, what else we got?
Brace asking about lettuce as I bite into a chicken Caesar wrap. Win/win. It's healthy or I lose 15 pounds instantly from EJ.
There you go.
Thank you, EJ.
That's the...
It's actually a good call. Yeah, I'm trying to be healthy. I'm eating all right. Trying to eat better as I'm about to stuff my face 2 times tonight. But, look, at the end, he's right about that. Because if it's a quick-moving sandwich through your body, that's a win.
Yeah, but you don't want that happening while you're out in the Delaware.
No,
so
definitely
please,
not.
let that happen tomorrow. If you're going to have any lettuce, do it tomorrow. Please
Agreed.
and thank you. Last one.
Sean Brace is questionable for tomorrow's show after eating lettuce. Per source from Tristan.
Thank you, Tristan.
If you're going to do that again, save that for Friday. Well, no, we're doing Football Guy Friday. I really need you, Brace. There's really no good time for you to miss.
Dude, I'm here, man. You can't get rid of me these days.
Who's the one person we need for a Football Guy Friday?
Ooh, a Football Guy Friday. That's a good question. You know what? Hit us up on socials. Who do you want to hear from?
Yeah.
One football guy to start the conversation on all things NFL. I will have Roy Burton calling in because
That's awesome.
he's my fantasy guy, excuse me. But does a great job. Anyways, yeah, we'll start to cook up some names. I like that.
Yeah, all right. We'll cook up some thoughts. Well, you got a lot of time to think. Two
Yes.
of us are going to spend the rest of the afternoon brainstorming. Yeah. A lot's going to get done. What'd your wife think about this being a work event?
She was out yesterday getting her hair did, so she got back a little late. It was daddy daycare into the nighttime, so she didn't really give me too much, but, she understands. It's Wednesday night.
It's work.
Yeah, it's work.
Oh, yeah, she understands it's a Wednesday night. That's a regular night for all of us to be out and about.
Let's go Union.
Let's go.
Hey, look, no rain in the forecast, which is a good thing because I was worried about that. Let's go to Chester, baby.
Let's have ourselves an evening tonight. Phil's Dodgers. Do they win the series or what?
We ride with Trey.
We ride with Trey, baby. They win the series. I like them.
Aaron Nola, masterclass.
I wouldn't go that far, but 4 runs. and Phillies find a way to win the game 5-4.
More importantly, how many innings does he cover if he's giving up those 4 runs?
6.
Ooh, I'll take that.
Yeah.
You can give me 6 innings and 4 runs for Nola right now. Sign me up.
Like 5 1/3.
Okay, now you're losing. Now you're losing me. Stay on target.
That's it.
Stay on target.
That's it.
All right. Well, tonight they had 2 sides. Lauer on the other side. Eric Lauer, lefty. Aaron Nola getting the ball for the Phillies. Try to win that series tonight. We mentioned we're going down to Chester. And LeBron Watch will continue on, you think, until when? Do we get it by the end of this week, or are we at the point where we're looking to flip the calendar next week already?
I think not tonight. I think tomorrow we start to get a little bit of a breadcrumb, and we get the announcement on Friday.
I just don't see him as a Friday news dump guy.
He shouldn't be, but I'm hoping. Man, I'll tell you what, speaking of Friday, Yankees and Phillies over the weekend. Back-to-back. Unbelievable series. And, oh, by the way, then you got the Marlins, who are pretty good in their own right.
Yeah, I didn't see the end of the Marlins score last night, I'll be honest with you. I don't know if you had noticed. I was out last night. I was at the game.
Yeah, you were out last night. That's right.
I didn't get a chance to go out after the game again. I said to you Tuesday night that I was complaining about the fact that they lost again. They've lost 8 in a row. Marlins fading.
Yes, they are.
That's good. That's good news. They will sell at the deadline. A yearly tradition like no other. The Marlins will end up selling. That'll be great. Great theater to watch. The Phils now 3.5 up on the Pirates for that last wild card spot. Pirates tied with the Diamondbacks. Cubs, Phillies right now. Season end today.
I'll take it.
Yeah. What we'll take is another day tomorrow. Sean Brace, Ray Dunn, back Middays Marks tomorrow right here at 97.5 The Fanatic.
Now on 97.5 The Fanatic Sports Update.